Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channels. And it is Wacco, not Wacky, but Wacco Wednesday here on the Coffeestream. And we've got some videos to go over, including a very interesting one from Code Blue Cam, which we will end off on. But before we get into all of that, I hope you're having a good Wednesday morning, that you have your coffee ready to go. I've got mine ready to go. So I hope everybody's ready over on Twitch and on YouTube. And I started watching The Boys. And so far it's pretty good. It seems to be like I'm sensing a split between superheroes here. I'm sensing two factions of superheroes coming up here. One faction that really likes the corporatization and like the social media recognition and like the admiration of everything, and one that just hates it and wants to get all this shit, just wants to take care of baddies and just do what superheroes do. And we've also seen what happens when superheroes accidentally kill an innocent bystander while they're trying to do their superhero stuff. It's a very messy, like messed up, not messy, but messed up show. And I really enjoy it. And especially having it in described video, it's great. It's really good. I'm gonna be on the 3rd episode of the 1st season when I start watching it again. But yeah, I'm liking it, and having it in described video is awesome. So that's my opinion of The Boys. And I'm sure I'll do like a season 1 review at the end, because season 4 is coming up, so it's not like I'll be spoiling anything. And I'm just about done my book, my Diablo Mesa book, so I'll be reviewing that too this week. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a fun week for production. I've also been putting up some videos of my fights on stream, so I hope you guys have been enjoying that. So, without further ado, I think it's time to get into our videos. So, do you guys all remember the guy who was on Zoom court? It was Judge Simpson's court. And he was driving, and Judge Simpson yelled at him, and he went to jail, and all this stuff. Well, apparently we all owe this man an apology, and Charlie here is going to tell us all why. I actually never saw, this is because I like to watch the Zoom court stuff with Pincalo. This is not one that I actually saw. So let's take a look at what Charlie has to say about this.
Good morning, butterflies. It's me, your fairy godfather, Charles. And I'm here to grant you a special wish. And that wish I know you just made was for knowledge.
Oh,
so
boy.
I will go ahead and pollinate you with my sweet nectar of knowledge.
Pollinate us with your sweet nectar of... Oh, Charlie, why do you have to talk like that? It's gross. Well, that's why he has to talk like that, because it's funny.
The situation I covered a couple days ago with the individual who was driving with a suspended license on a Zoom court hearing about his suspended license actually has some huge twists and turns here that not even the Game of Thrones showrunners could have figured out to subvert our expectations.
The Game of Thrones. Oh, I freaking hate Game of Thrones. I'm sorry.
The whole galaxy, but especially the Michigan Secretary of State's office, owe this man a huge, sincere apology. Addressing the elephant in my ass, yes, I am still not home. I am still in front of this SpongeBob title card of a background behind me, but it's very funky, and I appreciate that. I'm still on the run. I publicly said My Hero Academia fell off, and I haven't been safe since.
I don't get the lore behind this. I missed the video. that describes this, or the stream.
Anyway, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this whole case, I'll drop the lore for you. An individual named Corey Harris went viral for this Zoom court hearing where this happened.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Hey. Okay. So maybe I don't understand something.
Judge Simpson's like, okay. I always thought, first of all, like, whether you have a suspended license or not, I always thought that the rules of Zoom court were that you weren't supposed to be driving. But besides that point, Judge Simpson's just like, okay.
This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Now, Judge Simpson, I guess, like, not having the information in front of him is just going by what he knows, like, is going by so far what he knows. And also, I'm pretty sure the rules are that you're not supposed to be driving while you're in Zoom court. But, and I like Judge Simpson. I'll fully say it. I like Judge Simpson.
An iconic moment in legal history that will no doubt be studied by the best and brightest minds in the field for eons to come. A perplexing case. Now, all of humanity was clowning on this. I made a video talking about this briefly and then going over some other really classic Zoom court moments.
Well, because Zoom court can be really funny. Like, if you watch Law Talk with Mike, for example, he likes to go over the court cases, the Zoom court, because it's just hilarious.
Because it's just so silly. Like, to go to the Zoom court hearing while driving with a suspended license, it's kind of a fucking power move, actually. Like, that's a statement right there.
It kind of is.
The only thing that could have made that any better is if he was puffing on a cigar while drifting around. Like
doing like donut, like power slides and drift maneuvers and shit. Yeah.
I've really got this as like a cheesy action movie in my head right now where he's the main character, and then he like gets out of the car and he pushes away on a skateboard and hits a kickflip or something on the way out and tells the judge to pipe down. He's got more important things to take care of. But it turns out, like a transformer, there was more than meets the eye here.
Transformers. More than meets the eye.
So, while he may have been driving with a suspended license on paper, it turns out that wasn't the reality of the situation. It was actually a clerical error. It is true that his license was suspended in 2010, however, it was rescinded in 2022.
So, 12 years later, it was rescinded back to valid. And it's now 2024.
So what happened is, due to this error in the internal combustion engine that is our beyond dog shit legal process, that information never made it through the proper channels.
So, like, how could that not make it through the proper channels? How, isn't there some sort of, like, this is my ignorance, right? Isn't there some sort of internal system that, like, shows that shit? It's basically Judge Simpson doing what Judge Simpson does at least 12 times a day. Yep. This is why when they published the story, I asked why they published the story. Well, it's kind of a nothing burger. Like, if you really think about it, even if he was guilty of doing what he was doing, it happens so often, like, why would you report on that? Do you know what I mean? There are so many people that drive and, like, break court rules. Why are we making this a story?
So he should have been totally green light to drive. You can take the license away from the man, but you can't take the man away from the license. It's the same thing. I just said the same thing in a different way. That's definitely
Charlie's like, oops.
Not how that's supposed to work.
That's not what I meant.
Point is, it's not like when they took away his license, it was like the Space Jam basketball taking away his like ability to drive. He still had the capability of driving, just not the legal authority to do so. But in 2022, he did get that granted back to him, or at least he should have. But apparently the soulless husks at the Michigan Secretary of State's office never received the clearance from the Saginaw Friend of the Court. I hate that title, by the way, Friend of the Court. That shit sounds so childish. Makes me feel...
No, it sounds like a villain. Hey, Fury Kitten! But blind press has fallen, now I am the leader. I Starstreak am the leader.
Makes me feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book. Yes, this is the
Friend of the Court sounds like some evil villain, like 1984 thing. That's what Friend of the Court sounds like to me.
Michigan Secretary of State's office requesting thumbs up from the Blorbus County Super Buddies. Looking for big pats on the head, please. Nuzzles you. I don't know. I hate that. Friend of the Court sounds so stupid for like an actual legal thing. So because the Michigan Secretary of State's office never got that clearance, the lifting of the suspension never went into effect, so the judge was working off the paperwork that was incorrect, stating that his license was still suspended when, in reality, it was not. They tracked down the clerical error and it has been rectified. However, Harris did spend 2 days in jail. And he made
Jesus.
this statement saying, "With the type of ties that I have with the church and the community,
2
it's
days
very
in jail.
embarrassing." Which I completely understand, and this whole thing is turbo dog shit. It's more than just like blushing of the cheeks, like embarrassing, you know, it's not like his voice cracked while asking someone on a date or something. Like, this is pretty serious. It's
Yeah, like he spent 2 days in jail. That the word of that travels, not to mention you know, he might have run into somebody that maybe knows him outside of jail, and then they talk, and like that sucks for him.
unjust what happened to him. Please ignore the Ford ad. They break up every 3 sentences in this article with an ad.
Yes,
I've now sworn that I
Charlie,
will
I
never
know
buy
how
a
you
single
feel.
product that advertises on any mainstream news outlet because of these intrusive, fucking abominable ads.
I know how you
But
feel, Charlie.
this is the explanation.
Try using a screen reader, Charlie, to get through those goddamned ads, and or when you're using a screen reader and the ad refreshes the page because it's a video. Try that.
Explanation. So, the deputy legal director for the Michigan Secretary of State told the station that the process to get a driver's license reinstated can be a complicated process. Sometimes it's as simple as, "We at the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done, but something happened in the wires and we needed to talk to the court to get the clearance and clean it up for the resident." Which they didn't do until
So
he
why
had already
didn't
been
they
in
do
jail
it?
for 2 days. So, like, he still suffered from this, and I think he should be compensated for that.
I
He
think
didn't
he
do
needs
anything
to
wrong.
sue the court, sue the Saginaw, like the Saginaw County, for like, for damages. My name is Trusty McTrustyface, and I wish to stand in Oh, my name is Trusty McTrustyface, and I wish to stand for the title of, for the insert. Oh yeah, for the friend of the court. Yeah, the friend of the court thing is crazy.
But he had no way of knowing
My
that
name
or
is
knowing
Trusty
how to
McTrustyface,
properly
and I wish
correct
to
this.
stand in for the.
In an
for
interview that
whatever
he gave
job
after
title.
the dust had settled with
Yep.
all of this hoopla, he did mention that his license was supposed to be fixed 2 years ago,
2
but it just
years.
didn't. So he was aware that there was something definitely awry here, something was wrong, but he didn't really know what to do
My name
about
is Trusty
that. So he
McTrustyface,
still
and I
ended-
wish to stand for the office of insert job title here. And will promise to job title better than any girl / guy / That was a hard one, Fury Kitten.
ended up,
Let me
turning
slow my
himself in
voice
and all
down.
of that. And then in the interview, he did mention at the end, always double check the workers because they say they're going to do something and they just don't.
Very true. I don't know how many times I've had an ODSP worker fucking tell me, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get this done for you," and then it's never been done, and then I end up owing the government money, and they refuse to go through and audit their own mistakes and figure out where I could possibly owe them that many thousands of dollars. Because, God forbid they made a mistake. No. It's me. It's me that made the mistake. And I owe something like $20,000 to the government somehow. To just say it on ODSP because they made a clerical error. It's like, what
He's
the fuck?
100% right about that. When you deal with anyone in any kind of government
Like
position,
10 years ago, some worker made some error because they were filling in for my worker. And since then, nobody's been willing to go back and go through why I owe that much money.
it seems like
Or how
they
I could
view it as
possibly
a
do
shameful thing to do their job. Like, they seem to want to do everything but what they're supposed to, which really hurts just normal, average people.
Yup.
And also,
'Cause
no
they don't
one
care.
watching what happened had any way of knowing that either. Since this story came out with this update here, people have been mad at me saying like, oh, how could you have fucking slandered this man? You should have really looked into this a little bit deeper so you would have known he was innocent from the start.
What was Charlie supposed to do? Like, be clairvoyant and know that this was the fault of the Saginaw County Court? Like, what was he supposed to do until this came out?
Brother, look around. What the fuck are you talking about? How would I have gotten that information unless I was fucking auditing them? Like the goddamn, what was it, the Saginaw friend of the court? Like, the Michigan Secretary of State's office? What am I supposed to do? Like, march on over, kick the doors in, and say, everyone, hands up. I'm gonna need to see all your paperwork here. I saw this silly clip online and I need to verify the authenticity of the driving without a license charges.
Yes, I am moist critical, and I am here to audit the court. I am here to audit the information to find out whether this is all true and on the level.
Give me everything you've got. I got a fucking warrant here for all of it. So, come on. Like, there's not an amount of research anyone could have done to find that information. They had to track down the clerical error on their side. There is nothing some fucking bumbling reptile brain idiot like me could possibly do to get that information, because it is not available unless you literally worked there and investigated it. I do think some of the records with the suspension and then like the rescinding of it are publicly accessible documents you can have access to, but it's still not something that you as just like the average dick in hand Joe Schmo can do to connect the dots on why those wouldn't match up, like why this paperwork didn't make it through the whole process.
Well, not to mention, would you even know where to look if there were public records available to figure it out? How, like, as a layman not working for the court, how would you know where to find that information?
What the hang up was. Like, that's not something that you can track from the outside, I don't believe. So I'm definitely sorry, and I'm super sorry that this happened to him in the first place, because again, he did nothing wrong. He was completely blameless for the driving with a suspended license charges here. Like, the biggest apology of all should come from those authorities there, but there's not going to be any repercussions there. They're just going to throw their hands up and go, whoops.
Yeah.
Clerical error.
Yeah, sorry you spent 2 days in jail. Sorry, whoopsie. Our bad. Our bad. Surely a friend of the court would audit them to make sure they're being correct. Unless it means a stoolie of the court. I think you might be more accurate on the stoolie thing there, Fury Kitten.
Gee whiz. Sorry, bud. And that'll be the extent of that. They'll just
oopsies.
Wash their hands of it and be done with it.
My
Close
bad.
the book.
Sorry.
And nothing more will come from it. And it's a real fucking shame. They never face any real repercussions for fucking people in the face like this, and it sucks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something comes from this. Maybe there's some kind of internal change where this kind of thing won't happen as often in the future. Doubtful, but who knows. Anyway, though, I feel terrible for Mr. Harrison. What he went through here, he did not deserve it at all.
No.
That's about it. See ya.
That is awful to have to spend 2 days in jail for something he didn't do. And of course, like Judge Simpson being such a well-known Zoom court judge, like Judge Simpson, I would assume probably doesn't feel very good about it either. I don't see Judge Simpson as some like, evil knuckle cracking villain who's like, ha, I put a man in jail for no reason. I don't see that being something he would do. So I'm thinking he's probably not feeling too hot about this. No good judge would feel good about a person that they were hearing a case over going to jail for no reason. Nobody's gonna. If you're a good lawyer or judge, you're not going to feel good about that. But he's probably not going to get any compensation for that, which is unfortunate, because I think he deserves. I don't think he deserves like huge amounts of compensation, because it was only about 15. He was in jail for 2 days. So, but like I would say like he does deserve a bit of compensation to what's it called? To, you know, recoup some of these damages. I'd love to send you an AI image made from you, but it would be rather a self-defeating exercise. Do you know what some blind people are doing? Like some of the blind musicians, they're playing around with AI audio and making AI voices of themselves and their friends and stuff. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why they're doing it. I do know why they're doing it. It's probably kind of similar to recording yourself when we did like cassette tapes and everything like that. So that is something that blind people are doing. It's not like I'd get to but there are some blind musicians and audiophiles that are playing around with AI to make AI voices of their friends, and it is a thing that's going on. So, this next video, it's called His Discord DMs Got Leaked, and it's bad. He's finished. I think this is about In Praise of Shadows. This is sensitive society, I believe it's. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. He put numbers at the end of his at the end of it's at the letters at the beginning, numbers at the end. So I don't know. I think it's sensitive society. Anyway, let's go to the live scene and push play.
Quickly before this video starts, I love fan art.
Oh, speaking
it's
of
one of my
art,
favorite things. I love it more than ad revenue here on YouTube. I'm gonna keep it real. I want to very quickly shout out this person right here, Milk My Shake, for making this
that's a funny
piece
name.
of art. This is the best thing I have ever seen. Big thanks to you. And if you want to send me fan art or just want to say what's up, I have a Twitter. Follow a link below. I have an Instagram that are more active, so they're linked below. Please drop me a follow and send me your fan art. All right, guys. So I didn't plan on milking this situation too much, mainly because I can't stand this guy's face. I don't know if it's a pedophile mustache.
The pedophile mustache. Oh my.
I don't know if it's the hair. At the end of the day, once again, like I always say, I am the man of the people. Whatever the people want me to do and react, I'm gonna do it. This man is in straight up panic mode, rightfully.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Fury Kitten. 24-hour
I don't feel
audio.
bad for you at
Interesting.
all. Everything that you're about to get, you 1000% deserve. You try to slander about 6-7 people. You thought you could get away with it, and you're only apologizing now, and you're sorry
got
now
caught.
because you got caught. All right. So very quickly, let's just get the obvious out of the way. He removed his video, and he's lost around 7,000 subscribers. That
7,000 subs. That's a lot of subscribers to lose. And deleting a 3-hour video, that is a lot of view time. That's a lot of view time to get rid of.
That's good. I'm glad you realized your video was trash, but hopefully you learn your lesson. You know, you live and you learn. Second of all, he made a community post to his YouTube account, which if you go to right now, I'm doing this in real time, it's gone. And if you're like,
No.
Oscar Sands, what did he write down? Well, I got it right here. I have already addressed this on Twitter and Patreon, but I thought I would do one community note before I left. So going back to my
Before
last
I
video on
left.
this situation, he wanted to take a month off. I have decided that it's best at the moment to take down the entire bad conservative horror video. Good. It does not represent me and who I wish to be as a person or creator. I admit that I messed up pretty badly in my delivery. I mean, it wasn't just
My delivery? In my delivery. No, dude. You messed up in the content of your delivery. That's what you did.
the delivery. It was a lot of other things, but I'll keep reading. And made a lot of mistakes, and I am really sorry for that. If I could do it again, I obviously would have done everything differently. This
I'm sorry. He's reminding me of that British Petroleum guy from South Park.
kind of content is not my forte, and I have avoided it in the past because of that. After being harassed in December by Wendigoon fans and cold slurs dozens of times, I acted out of hurt. Some people have described the video as being very raw, but with that comes the element of being underbaked. Yeah,
Also, Wendigoon is not responsible for anything that his fans do. So, like, I don't understand why you would even say that.
Yeah.
I was harassed by Wendigoon fans. That's not Wendigoon's fault.
you didn't cook at all. You were cooking at a level 1 out of a trillion. I didn't do the level
Yeah.
of research I should and normally would have done. I messed up there and fully acknowledge that in every way, so I'm taking it down. So far, pretty solid, and I think if it would have ended here, I would not be making this video. But he decides to keep going. Like, brother, this should have been it. This is a pretty fine statement. At the same time, I do believe the harassment I have received these past few days has been called for based on what I've done.
So now you think the harassment's been called for, but before when you called the cannibals of the Hills Have Eyes black people or what was it, Native Americans, that was uncalled for harassment, and people were just being mean to you.
Any criticism of my work is fair and I accept, welcome, and own that, but I do think it's dangerous that these creators do not tweet about or acknowledge the obvious situation at play. Why should they? You were not charitable to anyone in that
No.
video. And would just
There's no reason for them to be charitable towards you. You literally threw them into the meat grinder.
lies, and let me throw a little transphobia in there. Let me throw a little hate speech in there. Let me throw a little Turkey Thomas at the end where he was 15. Stop trying to play
Yeah.
the victim. If you're gonna say stuff like this, don't apologize at all. You know what? If I was in your situation, I would have just been like, I messed up. My video was really stupid. I name drop the people that I should be apologizing for. I take the video down. Stop trying to make excuses. Own the fact that you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm sorry. Because now you're like, I'm sorry, but the creators are not doing enough to stop the hate. I don't condone harassment. I don't condone doxing, but you asked for this. You went after some of the biggest guys in commentary and you really expected nothing to happen.
And also the stuff he's being said, like the stuff that's being said to him is pretty, like some of it that he's called out is pretty tame. The Hills Have Eyes were redneck if my memory is back on the menu. I don't know. They were cannibals, right? So they were eating people, and they were American. Like, they were both, the family was American and the hill people were American. And I think you're right. I think they were, I know that the House of a Thousand Corpses, like the Rob Zombie guys, they were supposed to be like hillbillies, I think, or redneck or something like that. Circus freaks. But the Hills Have Eyes cannibals were just, yeah, like they were not supposed to be allegories for black or indigenous people.
You wrote a script and you wrote those words to attack those individuals. Why should they be charitable when you weren't in the first place? Continues, I will be
They
fine.
shouldn't.
This is the last thing I'll say before I log off, which is cap. We're gonna get into it. I want to reevaluate what I want my work to be, how I want to stand as a positive force within horror, and how to be my best self. Okay, that's good. I hope you will believe in me and my work again when I return. Again, for my mistakes in this video, I am sorry. I'll be back again, stronger than ever. Okay. This
Why would you take a month off if you're saying that your monetized it, like that your revenue is so low, right? And that you're struggling to pay your rent multiple times in the year. Why would you take a month off?
This would have been a pretty good statement if this whole part was taken out. When again did address it in your comment section, I showed it on my last video. Should have never done that. He's way too nice now. When again did address it in your comment section, I showed it on my last video. Should have never done that. He's way too nice to people like you, and the same thing goes for Mudahar.
Yep. Muda and Windigoon. Way too nice. Way too nice. Windigoon is like a goddamn saint. And he was just like, nobody say anything mean to this guy, you know, I don't condone it. I don't want anybody to harass anybody on my behalf. Like, he was so nice. This guy doesn't deserve anything.
I mean, this is way too funny. You weren't charitable at all, but now you want people to be charitable towards you and be like, yo guys, leave him alone. No, dude. And then he said this over a Patreon. Don't worry, I'm not going to read the whole thing because he does yap a lot. I'm just gonna get to the best part. He says, flat out, I let my emotions get the best of me here. This wasn't my best work and it wasn't my best self. I made this out of anger and I should have never lowered myself to that. The thing with this guy is that his apologies start off pretty decent, but then he's like, oh, but then what is no one disproved these points? Thanks to Chris the Narc.
In the
Discord messages.
In the Hills Have Eyes, it was a
y'all
cannibalistic inbred family from the Appalachians.
Pretty sad tonight, to be fully honest. If I just start back again with my normal kind of work,
and they were very white. Yeah.
In the long run?
There's no way
and
they
you know
could
you're
be
pretty cooked when you're asking your Discord for this. No one could cancel you unless you're ADP. But besides that, no
surprisingly,
one could
the
cancel
one
you.
that went hardest at him was Shoe on Head.
Is yourself.
Yeah.
If that was you, I will start cooking again.
And Shoe was not even that mean. Like, Shoe was just like, what the fuck are you talking about, you moron? Like, she wasn't even that mean. Like, she kind of had some jokes that she threw at him. But like, everybody, for what they could be saying to him, are being incredibly nice.
I want to take time off. Okay, maybe I'll take like 5 days off. People, for better or for worse, they'll forget. They'll move on. And I can't believe I'm giving this guy advice, but this is for any content creator. You can never truly be canceled unless you did something with a 12-year-old or you visited a 13-year-old for cupcakes. Besides that, you can come back from pretty much anything.
Unless you're Illuminati.
He says, yeah, I knew this was going to get rough, but it's harder than what I anticipated. The rest of the year is supposed to be a lot of fun. I have even canceled 2 videos in the schedule to replace them with more on-brand ideas. I just couldn't live with myself if I prevented my partner from having a good life because of my decision. I just hope when I come back,
Brandon had a right to go as hard as he did because, well, the guy attacked his fucking grandpa.
Yeah. Being like, I'm sorry, I'll do better. I'll come back. I think it would have gone over
Brandon,
a lot better, in my opinion. Brother, you were looking for the smoke. You got the smoke, and now you're running away. And I left a tweet.
Brandon, as much as he could have gone a lot harder than he did. Like, yeah, but Shoe is preggers, so she is Marmite, pickled herring, and old cakes at the moment. That's funny. But yeah, Brandon didn't really go as hard at this guy as he could have.
Tweet, by the way, and I said, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel bad for him at all. I don't know, maybe I lack empathy. This guy was literally preying on Windigoon's downfall, and I don't even know the guy, okay? I've never talked to him. I've never interacted with him, and I don't think I ever will. I don't know. But I don't need to be someone's friend or even know them for me to be like, yo, this is crazy. I really hate when people want to fight, they want to smoke, but then the second they get a response, they run away.
Yeah, they're like, I want to play with fire. Ow! Why was that fire so hot? Well, it's fire, you moron.
And now it's their fault for sending their rabid fan base to attack them. Stop playing innocent. You know what you did. This person says, this might sound harsh, but I hope he deals with everything that he wished on Wendigoon. This person says he better start to learn how to flip burgers because his career as a YouTuber is over. You know, I don't want him to die or anything. I don't want him.
But this is the thing. Like, sometimes if you do things like that and you're monetized, you could possibly kill your career.
To, you know, commit a game over because
then nobody's gonna want to watch you.
Like, when you really sit down and think about it, the biggest crime you did is you made a bad video online. It's not like you bombed a fucking child daycare center or anything. You just made a bad video. Well, not
nobody wants him to die. It's just nobody will resuscitate him. Exactly.
Misinformation and accuse people of being horrible people. And
I had no idea June was pregnant. Neither did I.
To get criticism. And
but according to Fury
and
Kitten,
even more Discord messages come out. This is from 9 hours
she's
ago.
pregnant.
He says, just FYI, there is someone on here who's screenshotting conversations and linking them out of this space. To prevent any of you from being harassed, we all need to avoid talking about Wendigoon completely from here on into the situation. What's done is done. What's said has been said. And
what's done is done. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to leave Twitter? Weren't you supposed to get offline and be with your boyfriend or something? Please get offline. That's my advice to you.
If you break your leg, don't come running to me.
I'm saying get offline.
Yep.
Stop interacting with people. Go to the therapist. I want to take a second to address this. This is something that Mudahar said that I completely disagree with. And no, just because I disagree with the YouTuber doesn't mean I hate him. All right. No. He says, with the recent situation regarding In Search of Shadow, given he's removed his video and offer apologies, I really do wish the best for him and his future endeavors. I do not want any harassment to this person, and I genuinely hope he rebounds. I've made my own mistakes in life. Everyone has, which is true. I believe everyone has the capacity to bounce back from them and learn. I really hope he gets his mental health in order as he aims to return to YouTube. You know, the whole I wish him well despite him calling me transphobic and calling other people rapists and insinuating that Wendigoon isn't Native American enough. 80% of the people that live in his area are like racist. This guy's just a weirdo. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You can not wish ill on somebody while also not wishing them well. Do you know what I mean? But Mudahar is like a super nice guy, so he's not going to not wish somebody well. I know he wouldn't wish ill on somebody, but he's also not the kind of guy to not wish somebody well after they make a retraction or something. So that's just what Mudahar does.
Okay. No, I'm not going to feel bad for someone like that. This guy legitimately started a harassment campaign against not only Wendigoon, but like 6 different guys, called you transphobic in front of 300,000 people and didn't take it back once he got called out. I'm not okay with that. And if someone did that to me, I would actually pray on your downfall, Eddie Brock style. All right. I will go to church, ask what he asked. I think this is one of those moments where Mudahar is way too charitable and way too nice.
Oh, she already had the baby. Oh, okay.
And if you keep talking to people like this, they're never going to learn from their mistakes. They're just going to do it again. That wasn't like, oh, I just made a bad video. I had a dumb take. Everyone has those.
He'll wish someone death. That's the joy of being someone, being from Toronto.
Right?
He's one of the nicest guys in Toronto.
Accusing someone of being a rapist or accusing people of being crazy right-wingers who made a terrorist group that kills people. As long as you don't cross that line, you should be fine. Are you gonna get called out? Yeah, you make a bad video, you're bound to get criticism. That's normal. But there's a big difference.
It depends on how you handle that criticism.
Or a hot take or a controversial take than to have a horrible take that is slandering 7 different individuals and accusing them of horrible things.
That's the thing though. Like, it depends on what your bad take is and how you respond after it's received. And I don't think this guy responded, because his bad take was the Hills Have Eyes thing. And then he responded to people's response to his take with that 3-hour hit piece. This is he's not coming back from this. There's no way for him to come back from it. You can take as much time as you want off. People are still going to remember that you were the guy that called the hill people analogous to indigenous people and black people. And then when people called you out for that, went after 7 different people. Like, you're always going to be the guy that did that.
I don't think anyone should give this guy charity, and I'm referring to Shadows. People are being way too nice to him, and
Yeah.
he doesn't deserve it. He's apologized like 4 different times, and then deletes them or modifies it, and then he adds an excuse. Oh, but then this happened. Are you gonna apologize or not? So yeah, with that said, I throw the question to you guys. What do you think of the situation? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. We're getting kind of close to 500,000, so I could finally
cool.
all up. With that said, I'll see you next time. All right.
So that's an interesting. I'm gonna subscribe to this guy. Oh, he really is close. 482,000 subscribers. Okay, here. There you go. Let's add one more subscription to that. Oh, thank you, Fury. Boxy MK2 was fun 6 years ago. I love the way you multitask and absorb or rapidly absorb information from multiple different inputs. It never ceases to surprise me. Oh, thank you, Fury Kitten. Thank you very much. I try. So this is gonna be an interesting video that I might actually send to Pat, because Pat might find this interesting to watch. White Canadian dresses up in blackface to write a book on American racism. And this is from a channel that I have not found or not seen before, called Ruin Leon. And I found this video in my new to you section of YouTube, and this guy, he's got 259,000 subscribers. But I figure, and no, it's not Justin Trudeau, if you guys might be thinking. You guys might be able to, it's not Justin Trudeau. I thought it was Justin Trudeau, but it's not. So let's take a look at this video, see if if he'll tell us who this person is.
Now, you and I are well aware that I, black individual, don't really have the greatest relationship with the white saviors, because these individuals, I would argue, are insane.
Well, they are. White saviors are insane. Because they are the most racist people I've ever met. Oh, it isn't Kelsey Priest. I know, right? I thought it was going to be Justin Trudeau. I'm like, what, Justin Trudeau's writing a book on racism?
Why are they insane, Leon? I think they're normal human beings who have an idea in their mind that they want to help all the marginalized, disenfranchised minority communities, and I think because of their white privilege, they have the right to do that. Well, dear viewer, I'll answer that question. These individuals never know what the hell they are doing.
Nope.
And whatever they end up doing makes it worse for the minority community that they claim to care about so much. And one of the things that I really don't talk about is how there are moments in time that create some productive conversation about society and how the world views a certain group of people that could lead to a little bit of progress. And then years down the line, there will be a dumbass coming out of thin air to try to do a carbon copy, and it won't really work out because we have evolved into an age of, if you don't do it correctly, you will be scrutinized to absolute hell.
Facts. Absolute facts. If you don't do it right, you're gonna get Raked over the coals. I'm gonna do a quick stretch because we're in the middle of an ad break on Twitch. Ooh, neck pop. Oh. Holy shnikes. What a... Whew. Poppity pop pop, my joints are all popping in and out. That's never good. Alright, what we're gonna do, since it's an ad break on Twitch, is I'm gonna refill my coffee right now, because we're at the 53 minutes. So you guys go refill your drinks, and I shall return in about a minute and a half. Okay, we're back. Alright. Let's get back to our video about this white Canadian. I like this Leon guy. Okay, let's see. Oh, I forgot to switch scenes. There we go. Okay.
And no, I don't give a fuck what any of you say. All publicity is not good publicity because you don't want to be remembered as a dumbass who wanted to help understand the world when everybody sat around laughing at you, because in 20 years time you will be nothing more than a forgotten meme used to be a litmus test as to how stupid people were in the year 2024. Case in point, a man, white Canadian, is a writer that self-published a book on race after traveling to the United States in an afro wig and a mocha shade foundation.
Who is this dude? Who is this guy? Who the fuck is this author?
AKA Blackface, a white Canadian writer who traveled to the US in blackface and published what he has described as the most important book on American race relations that has ever been written.
Oh, of course he would describe it that way. He wrote it. Jesus.
Narcissus has been met with swift American race relations that has ever been written. Narcissus has been met with swift backlash. Last summer, I disguised myself as a black man and traveled throughout the United States to document how racism persists in American society.
You disguised yourself as a black man. Why? Why would you do that? Did you look at Trudeau and see how well that was received and be like, I know, I'll do that. That sounds like fun.
I would argue, and I believe at time of recording, many people have argued, why not just ask a black person? Sure,
Right?
you'll get some dummies saying something outlandish, but I'm pretty sure you could find some productive conversation about how there's still some things out there that aren't a little bit fair, and I
Yeah.
thought you could document that and
Except, no. These people are too racist to do that. They'll just go incognito.
put it into a book. He also shared a link to his self-published book, Seven Shoulders. A blurb from the book on Amazon called it the most important book on American race relations that has ever been written.
7 shoulders. 7 shoulders. What is this? What is this? I want to see something. I want to see something. Oh, it's not on Audible. He didn't publish it. Okay. I want to know who this guy is. We all know about the heavily melanated Canadians. Especially those with the B plus blood. Then what? We all know about the B plus blood. Really?
In a copy of the book sent to The Independent, the author describes donning a blackface disguise in September of 2023. You would have made significant grounds if you actually did this during Black History Month. If I could critique you, Mr. Canadian white male with a really weak but also strong jaw.
A really weak but also strong jaw. Who is this fucker? I want to see this. What the fuck? Never mind. Screw it.
That included a synthetic afro wig, colored contact lenses, a copious amounts of Maybelline foundation in the
Maybelline?
mocha shade.
He used Maybelline? He didn't even use fucking stage makeup? He didn't even use stage makeup, you guys. He went to the drugstore and got Maybelline.
Seven Shoulders documents his experiences hitchhiking
Jesus
across
Christ.
Nashville, Birmingham, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Chicago, and Detroit. The work consists largely of first-person descriptions where most drivers pass him by while he's in disguise, as well as commentary on the history of race and politics in the U.S. Because the most groundbreaking book in American society as it turns of race, is supposed to give me a history lesson
I do
about a bunch
not
of shit
know who this
I
guy
already know.
is,
Because
and
who knows? Maybe somebody in their early 30s doesn't understand that racism has a definition next to it. Prominent black writers
like
and
this guy
journalists
too.
obviously criticize the fuck out of this shit. Some noted the book's resemblance to the 1961 book Black Like Me by John Howard Griffin, in which a white writer donned blackface to describe the racism of the Jim Crow South. Remember what I said? This has been done before, and dummies want to make a new version acting as if their narcissistic viewpoints are going to be the thing to lead to the stratosphere.
Wow. So this guy's copying something that has been done like 100 years ago. Probably better. And Sam Forster. Thank you. But 250, so I gotta do squats and wait. What do I need to do? Stretch and what? Do 10 squats and stretch. Okay. Yeah, this guy, I like this guy. And so this Sam Forster guy is doing something that's been done before, probably better. 100 or so years ago, and he's not even an American. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, okay. Yeah, why is this Canadian writing a book on American race relations? You know, as much as I yell at Americans for not staying in their lane when it comes to Canada, I'll do the same thing about Canadians if they're not staying in their lane when it comes to America. I am so fed up with American racism, it even makes the Malaysians seem tolerant. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, Fury Kitten. No, the thing that bothers me about Americans is that and I love my American viewers, but you guys think you own the concept of freedom. And that bothers me. You don't. There are different countries with different charters of rights or bills of rights. They're just called different things. And they enshrine freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press, all of those things. They're just not called the Bill of Rights. So, sorry, but you do not own freedom. Here we go.
Sphere of good conversation. Mr. Foster told the Independent via an email he was hoping to carry on in the tradition of Griffin with the goal of dramatically trying
Canadian racism is simple. Everyone, even the French, hate the Quebecois. Yep.
Improve our collective understanding of race. I just want you to know, buddy, you failed dramatically. As the public is beginning to realize, I didn't force myself to supplicate at the feet of sensitive readers, consultants, and midtown executives like most authors do. I simply wrote what I saw.
I love the way he's making this guy sound like a pretentious asshole, because he is a pretentious asshole. This is amazing. I like this guy. He's getting a subscribe.
Read recognize, you like how I roll my R's, that my independence bothers people, but I think it produced a tremendously important and historic book. He argued people should read the book before criticizing it and declined to share a photo of the disguise he used during the writing process.
Oh, I bet you he declined to share a photo of the disguise. I bet you he did. Fucking coward.
As I mentioned in the book, the point of this project is to foster serious and productive dialogue. If people are looking for a minstrel show, they should look elsewhere. He added that people on social media seeking to see the image show
literally a
the
minstrel
crude and corrupting
show.
impulses of the masses and suggest more about the masses than it says about me. And you know what? Maybe if I were to think in the mind of a narcissist, I could understand that, oh, it's everybody else's problem because you're not buying and understanding my intricacies of what I had to experience.
Yeah, you're not understanding my lived experience, despite the fact that I what's the word I'm looking for? Artificially created this lived experience, because I'm not actually a black person. And I decided not to talk to any black people during this. I just decided to pretend to be one and be a traveling minstrel show. They adopted the English principles and enforced the French system. Oh, and enforced with the French system, not like we were antagonistic at the time, right?
Pretending and cosplaying to be a black person. Oh, but if you just understand me, I could save you and we could start productive conversations about all these fucking things in the world.
Yeah. Here, I'm not actually a black person. So let me pretend to be a black person and get like fake lived experience, and then we can talk productively about racism in America, even though I'm not even part of America. I'm a Canadian. But let's ignore that.
And I'm here to tell you, as an African American man in the year of our Lord 2024, the only black man known on public record to have white supremacist white privilege power, and it's fucking authorized, I'm here to let you know your idea may have worked at some point a couple years ago. Now you're just a white guy trying to get some money. You're basically white Colin Kaepernick trying to speak about lived experiences when you don't really have that in your repertoire to speak on. And I can understand wanting to learn, wanting to educate, and wanting to be a part of the solutions to save the world. But a fucking book is not gonna get us anywhere. You already got one group of people who will look at you and say, look at this libtard Canadian coming into our country and trying to tell us what's racist and what's not. And they
facts. And kinda is being a libtard Canadian. I don't blame you. Let's see. What do you hon, what do you mean you're not black? Sorry to break it to you.
And then you got the motherfuckers you was looking to help saying, this motherfucker's a racist for wearing blackface. Wouldn't you know it? He's responded as I'm recording this video.
Oh, no way. He actually responded. Oh, this is why this is a 15-minute video.
There are a few things about my book I would like to clarify. Some people have suggested that my intention in writing The Seven Shoulders was to understand what it's like to be someone of a different race. That's not true. I wasn't trying to understand the experience of being a different race. I was demonstrating how a person's perceived race may result in differential treatment.
I wasn't trying to understand what it meant to be a different race. I was just trying to make you understand what it was to be a different race. That's completely different, you guys.
Which is something I already said you can do just by asking people. Not just white people, but black people, but Asians, but Japanese people, but Koreans, but Mexicans. You can ask a variety of people about their experience in dealing with other people and how they treat them based off of the color of their skin.
Oh no, you could talk to people and gather data that way? Oh, imagine.
and not the content of their character. But let's stick it mainly towards black people and racism, because as it's been documented on this channel, you can get a wide variety of people who will tell you something about their treatment as it pertains to their skin color and how people view them. You will get some intellectual answers, you will get a nice perspective, you will even get some dumbasses running around acting as if you're white and you crack a smile, that's somehow bigoted. It's a wide variety, and it's easy to focus on the stupid and make it seem as if, oh, there's just a bunch of people who don't really know what they're doing. But if you actually peer past that and understand that every black experience is not the same, and everybody really doesn't go through the same levels of differential treatment of racism, you will understand that you could probably start this conversation a little bit better. But
it's almost like groups of people are not monolithic. Isn't that fantastically fascinating? Isn't that just a breaking news concept that groups of people are not monoliths?
But let's continue. Likewise, if I conducted a social experiment that involved applying to jobs with a stack of male-named resumes and a stack of female-named resumes,
I really like this guy.
to expose sexism in an industry's hiring practices, I would not then claim to fully understand what it's like to be a woman for an entire lifetime. That would be absurd. Excuse me. That would be living the truth of being a transgender. And how dare you do that
I love that. I love that. Excuse me, that would be the
during Pride Month. The purpose of this immersive
This
section
guy is
of the
great.
book was simply to demonstrate one of the ways that racial prejudice continues to manifest in American society. Mind you, this is a Canadian. After reading many of the replies to my initial tweet, it has become apparent to me that much of the criticism of my book is contradictory. For every person accusing me of being some sort of bleeding heart liberal who is too oblivious and self-righteous to have predicted the controversy, there is someone else accusing me of being a smug, confining right-winger trying to monetize hysteria.
Cause you're both. You're technically both. You could be both. Like, and that's what I mean. You've done such a bad job at this that you've pissed everybody off. That's not a good thing.
Find this strange. I didn't write the book with any political agenda. Well, if
Really?
there's one aspect that you didn't
sure?
foresee, it's the fact that when Americans see things that they deem political, it doesn't matter if you're a leftist, an up, down, a right, or even in the center. You will be accused of something that you're not. So,
Yup. You could write something about the sky being blue, and if somebody finds something political in there, they're gonna make it a political article.
maybe instead of focusing on the racial disparities, you write a book on the political ineptitudes of a lot of people. Maybe that will work out for you. Nah, it really won't. It'll just still get you called a libtard. And for every person claiming that I should have only featured black voices, there is someone else who is lamenting how few people take black voices seriously. This second contradiction is the one that's
How
worth
is that a
reflecting on.
contradiction?
The fact
It's not a contradiction. It's a continuation. Somebody said that you could have just used black voices, and somebody else says nobody takes black voices seriously. That's a continuation. Because nobody takes black voices seriously because nobody's using black voices in these actual things.
The fact that many Americans believe black racial grievance to be exaggerated is one of the reasons why the work of Spriggle, Griffin, and Halsell.
What is it going to take for society to care about human and not over complicated demographics? I don't know, Blake Star. I don't know.
Was so impactful in the
I
first
agree
place.
with you, though.
Is this belief no
the
longer
only race is Homo sapien. There's no it's just Homo sapien. There's no Homo sapien Asiatus. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Homo sapien. Homo sapiens Afrikaans. Like, no. It's just fucking Homo sapien. We're all Homo sapiens. Why are we fighting over skin color?
no longer
Do you see a dog? Do you see a black dog come up to like a brown dog and be like, fuck you, you're a brown dog. No, he's more like, fuck you, you're on my property, dog. Get off my property, I don't know you. That's just
longer held by some considerable percentage of Americans? Is it no longer the case that many American whites find in-group testimony about racism more compelling than the testimony of racial minorities? These are some of the questions the book is meant to induce. Well, you failed, buddy,
You did
because
that
people are
wrong.
not focusing on that book at all. They're focusing on the fact
focusing
that
on
you
you.
did blackface, and they're wanting to see the picture of you in blackface. So another book idea, focusing on how Americans, specifically the black ones, will not care about your informative journalism or your in-depth analysis when you do something that they deem racial.
Yep, that's true. Americans really, really, really have this thing where if you've done something they think is racist, they don't want to have anything to do with you.
Once again, you wanted to hit the home run, but you struck out once you realized who was throwing the fucking ball. As people who have read the book will know, however, I actually did speak to numerous black people. I thought it was important to engage in the black perspectives. I wonder who you spoke to.
Erase the current U.S. zeitgeist. Yep. Oh, a British black yeah, black British. That's totally a thing. You could totally be black British. Fucking Mel B from the Spice Girls was black British. She was from Leeds.
I feature entire interviews in the book. Well, that's good. Some
Good for
people
you.
have accused me of being ignorant or insufficiently reverent of the work of black academics and journalists. As I explicitly say in the book, I think black America has contributed immensely to the nation's intellectual life.
Oh, well, if you say so, then it must be true.
My book is not meant to offer an overview of all the important literature on race relations that exist in the world, nor is it meant to serve as a substitute for black scholarship or journalism. I don't enumerate all of the transformative black authored publications that have contributed to America's civic progress. Seven Shoulders is not a formal, heavily edited doctoral thesis. It's gonzo. It's stylized. It is, at times, intentionally melodramatic.
Why would you write a book like that as a white person? Why? Like, why would you write a stylistic, as you put it, gonzo, melodramatic book about black racism in America, or not black racism, but racism towards black people in America as a white Canadian? Like, why?
Ah, so it's bullshit. As a matter of form, this sort of writing isn't for everyone. Obviously, the book's brash marketing was meant to attract attention, but some people have been accusing this of merely being a publicity stunt and a cash grab, which is not the case. I've turned down many major media requests over the past few days from outlets and shows that wanted to have me on and engage for the right to publish images. As I say in the book, I don't believe that would add any constructive to the discourse. Even if it would generate more attention, I understand how images of that sort can be painful, and I'm not a malicious person. You promoted this book as, hey, I dressed up as a black person to live the black experience. So I would argue you did do this as a way to garner some form of attention. And once again, class, if you're going to say all publicity is good publicity, congratulations. You've been painted as a right-wing nut job, a liberal soy boy, a racist, and someone who doesn't care about black people.
Lovely. All of those labels, don't they feel great? Don't they feel amazing, Mr. Foster, whatever the fuck?
You did a great job. And you know what? Devil's advocate. The book is this great thing that's supposed to be this melodramatic drama that's supposed to make us all see our own bigotries or understand that there's a perspective that people are ignoring, and if that we don't solve it, it's going to lead to the downfall of America. It could have been brought up some way, somehow, a little bit differently than, hey, everybody, I just want you all to know I made this book and I am doing a great job with this, because I would argue if you're going to summarize it as last summer, I disguised myself as a black man and traveled throughout the United States to document how racism persists, you're going to get a bunch of different fucking perspectives at your throat.
Yeah. You can't say something like that and expect things to be like, oh, cool, neat, neato. good on you, buddy. Let's find out what you discovered. No, nobody's gonna be okay with that.
Congratulations, you didn't think this fucking through.
Nope.
I swear you can't even make this stuff up. So journalists decided that he was going to travel around the United States in order to document racism. His findings he would later publish in a book. The problem is, rather than asking actual black folks how they experience racism and then believing and validating those experiences, he decided that he was going to disguise himself as a black man and travel throughout the United States to document how racism persists in American society. I swear, oh my God. The book he's publishing, Seven Shoulders, he is touting as the most important book on American race relations that has ever been written.
Now, that's the thing. Like, why? How could you be so self-centered to be the one to proclaim that about your own book? Like, I could see if like a very highly respected publication said that about your book, that you would want to include that, right? No, it's you saying that about your own book. That's retarded. You can't say that about your own book.
Okay, walk with me now. If the only way you think you can believe black people about our experiences, both current and past, is to cosplay and
Oh yeah. Any reparations seeking person should go spend a year in like any of the African countries. Yes, Fury Kitten.
blackface nationwide tour and then to publish said findings in a book, you're missing the point. You're missing our humanity, and you're missing us. As a journalist, would it not have been wiser, smarter, with way more journalistic integrity to talk to people who actually have experienced these experiences that
Could you imagine like being a journalist and going to a different country to, you know, cover a story? And instead of just being yourself and trying to get the authentic story of the citizens of that country, you fucking dress up like a native and you pretend to be a native, and then you write this like weird article or book from that perspective. Could you imagine? That would be so fucked
that you're
up.
documenting rather than to try to make them up yourself? When we say amplify voices that matter, this is what we're talking about. With literally so many modern voices to talk to about this discussion of identity, about race.
She's
about
pulling
who
out
we are,
books, I
about
think.
who we used to be, about who we can yet be.
I think she's pulling out books by black authors here. I think that's what she's doing.
It is bold and daring to say that you are writing the most important book about race relations that has ever been written when you literally do not understand who we are unless you can cosplay as us. Keep amplifying voices that matter.
So congratulations, you unified everybody into hating you.
Yup,
That is
good
a
job.
difficult thing to do, and only the truest dumbasses can get that done. So congratulations, you failed,
Well
and
done.
Canadian bacon is fucking ham. But let me know,
No, the fuck it's not, Leon. Don't make me not subscribe to you, sir.
are people so good at bringing everyone together that it just makes them hate one person?
Wait.
And forget the so good
Canadian
at
bacon
bringing
is
everyone
fucking
together?
ham. Yes, sorry, it is.
That it just makes them hate one person and forget the entire fucking point as to what was the goal? Or is there something to be learned here from an individual who really doesn't have the experience?
I worked in international logistics, specifically Africa. I've probably spent more time in African culture than 99% of the race baiters. You're probably right, Fury Kitten.
Just wanting to cosplay as if they were an anime whore and thinking that's going to be the thing to spearhead the change, and you poor intellectuals that just want to bitch on Twitter, you're not understanding anything. Let me know in the comments down below. And in the meantime, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a subscribe, sir. And a like. There you go. Have a like and a subscribe. I like that guy. I think he's funny. I think he's a very funny guy. He's got got an interesting take. He seems pretty centrist to me. Canadian bacon is fucking ham. Yes, Canadian bacon is ham. Don't even start this fight. No, I fucked up. I fucked up. It is ham, and I should have remembered. I don't know why I said it wasn't. I know better. So that I like I said, I really like that guy. I'm glad I found him. I like the new to you tab of YouTube. It shows us new things that we've never ever seen. Let's take a look at this video. By Patrick Cece, which, why am I not subscribed to Patrick Cece? There we go. Fix that. How not to respond to allegations. That sounds like a good lesson. Let's take a look.
And time again, we have seen influencers and celebrities' careers get destroyed after just one controversy. We have also seen celebs totally ignore their crimes or accusations and continue to succeed while the internet argues back and forth. But almost never have we seen someone accelerate their own controversy to the masses and declare their own career as over after being proven innocent of their—
Fairy Kitten's starting the fight. She says Canadian bacon is not ham. Ham is pressed and cured and leg. Bacon is belly, flank, and middle. It may be classed as gammon, which is arse or top leg. That's what Fury Kitten says.
Their crimes. Angry Reactions is one of the most famous and beloved TikTokers of all time who decided to abandon his career after TMZ reported that he was arrested for domestic abuse.
Angry Reactions, wasn't that the Pearl Davis's boyfriend or whatever? Or no, that was the Angry... I can't remember.
And even though he has thousands, millions of people proclaiming his innocence, he still feels he has to clear his name. Little did he know, clearing his name would actually just dig him in a deeper, darker hole.
That's kind of why, with a bunch of shit that happened a couple years ago, I just kind of kept my mouth shut.
Hands on me, I've never called the police on her. She's showing bruises of me defending myself from her, and she making the internet think that.
Oof.
Bro, you know this, bro. You know this, bro.
During the height of the pandemic,
Damn.
Wacco Johnson, who goes by the name Angry Reactions
Yeah, that is Pearl's ex.
on TikTok, exploded in virality after posting this video reacting to a girl making a cake.
Can I start off by saying, can y'all like not be mean to me? Like,
Who being mean to you?
Or people always
Who?
will say shit like, oh, if you're a creator, if you make content, you have to expect.
Yeah,
hate,
Pearl's
like,
a
you can't
fucking
get mad about
piece
it,
of
whatever.
work.
But, like, I'm sensitive, y'all. You tell me my cakes look like shit. Yeah, it's
Who said your cakes look like shit?
You are correct. That's
Point them out.
I remember this
That cake
video.
look good.
The video amassed
I've
more
seen
than
this
40
video.
million views in 24 hours. Viewers love the
Holy
dichotomy
shit.
of him looking extremely aggressive and intimidating, yet screaming words of positivity and support. If I passed you on the street and I
If
don't
he
say a
didn't
word,
look
I
like
look like the angriest person in the
Coke-
world.
if he
But when you
didn't
actually
look
get to know
like
me,
a
I'm
Coke
actually a
out-
really positive person. At the time of filming his viral video, Wacco was actually homeless, living in the car his videos were filmed in after his landlord evicted him. According
I
to
didn't
Johnson
know
and his
that.
ex, Jillian, neighbors complained on countless occasions and allegedly called the cops for overhearing loud shouting matches. Johnson told BuzzFeed News there were never any charges pressed against him, and that he and his ex are on good terms today. Johnson's ex, Jillian, confirmed these accounts. Wacco
So, this is before Pearl, I'm guessing. This is the woman before Pearl, I think.
Is big and his voice is bigger than mine, so neighbors could only hear him, Jillian said about why their landlord evicted him. I'm not sure why he decided to tell BuzzFeed that he was involved in domestic disputes while receiving his first major press interview, but it's interesting that his involvement in domestic altercations was a topic of discussion from the very beginning of his career. Despite the setbacks in his life, posting this one video gained him 700,000 followers overnight and over 1 million in less than 24 hours.
Jesus Christ! That's insane! And here I am just trying to get to 50,000.
From there, a trend emerged where artists of all different kinds began making artwork of his angry face, to which he would react to and shower them with compliments.
What is that, man? Oh my gosh. I see it! That's me! How you doing this? How? Explain yourself!
I remember this guy. I remember his angry reactions. They're funny.
This is fantastic! God! That's me. What's going on? A pancake? God!
Wanye quickly became people's daily dose of positivity and motivation. He built his entire brand about uplifting people, spreading good news, and providing a necessary break to the endless amount of negativity poisoning social media. This is a tall task for someone living out of their car during the pandemic, but people loved angry reactions.
He did a good job.
He shot up to 7 million followers in 3 months and eventually
Holy
would
shit.
surpass an astonishing 27 million followers, which is in the top 130 accounts across the entire platform. His whole life
crazy.
changed. He was making a full-time income on TikTok, securing huge brand deals with Pizza Hut, Hyundai, Planet Fitness, and inspiring millions of people all around the world. And over the past 3 years, he has become one of the
just
most
blew up.
overwhelmingly beloved TikTok creators, which is why his fans were shocked to read on February 18th, 2024, Angry Reactions Wanye Johnson arrested for alleged domestic violence.
The fuck? This is new? Okay.
According to the TMZ report, Wanye Johnson was arrested on the evening of Monday, February 12th in Burbank, California after a woman called from a hotel to report an altercation. Cops say that Johnson and the woman got into a verbal argument that turned physical at one point. We're told the woman did not need medical attention, but Wanye was still booked on a felony domestic violence
Holy
charge. He
shit.
posted $50,000 bail and was released. Now you'd expect this story would be huge news, but really the only major news publication that reported it was the New York Post. Some bigger blogs like Unilad and Complex reported the story, but let's be honest, do TikTok users even pay attention to what major news outlets are reporting?
Sometimes? Not necessarily all the time, but sometimes they do.
They look to their favorite TikTokers to report drama, crime, and current events. But even those people weren't exactly flooding the algorithm with this story. I only found one TikTok with over 1 million views, and based on comments like, "Why am I seeing this in April?" with a whole thread of people replying the same thing, leads me to believe that people found out about his arrest months after the whole thing was over and resolved.
Interesting.
Then again, I am aware that many reporters could have deleted their TikToks after the story played out a little more. But it's safe to assume that most people found out about Wanye's arrest when he addressed it directly on his own TikTok.
Oh, don't, if nobody's talking about it, dude, don't talk about it. Just, if nobody's talking about the shit in your personal life, keep that shit personal.
I know y'all been seeing what's going on with me. All the news articles, all the
What
pages
news
posting me.
articles?
All going on with me. All the news articles, all the pages posting me.
Dude, there hasn't... We just heard that there wasn't massive amounts of pages posting you, and the New York Post was the only one... Oh, man.
All the comments, all the TikTok videos people making about me destroying my character. I want to start this video off right. I don't think domestic violence is funny in the slightest. I see the comments, right? Oh, angry reactions, finally had an angry reaction. I get it. Some of y'all is kids and some of y'all just trying to be funny, but this is something that's happening in real life for me.
It's easy to understand why Wanye felt like the whole world was attacking him, but from a non-biased outsider, most of the people watching his TikTok had no idea about the arrest before he addressed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if nobody knows, dude, just leave it. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Video received 786,000 likes and over 7 million views.
Ooh.
His side of the story got more views than any other version of the story.
But I'm gonna give y'all the detail I feel like y'all need to know. This was a situation of me getting attacked from a woman and defending myself. I was being attacked by a woman, and the slightest bit of defense landed me in jail. I don't know why everything happened the way it did. I don't know why it's a felony case, because once the cops showed up, she didn't even want me to go to jail. She was begging them not to take me to jail. I done lost friends. I done lost endorsements. I done lost sponsors. I done lost a lot of things in these past 24 hours. All off of an accusation.
It's also important to understand that the masses did not know who his girlfriend was. Sierra Willman was his girlfriend involved in the case, and she is also the mother of his then 6-month-old child.
All the positive content I push out into this.
What do we have here? Oh, so that is how you do tenderness and positivity. I've been doing it wrong all these years. Ah, well, thank you for the donation, Fury Kitten. Let's put this to solo cam, and I will do a 10 jumping jacks for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, Fury Kitten. All right.
To this world, and I couldn't even get the benefit of the doubt. People immediately crucified me.
Of course, because you're a man. You're a man. That's why.
I even found out what actually happened, and I just find that so crazy.
Crucified is an extreme word here. Most people were confused, unsure, or totally unaware of his case. Most of the reports on his case were very unbiased and neutral.
This all started with a verbal argument that turned physical with a woman that Angry Reactions was with in a hotel.
This is unfortunate because, like, I can understand why he would want to speak out, because if he didn't do anything, he would feel very upset and he would want to vindicate himself, but nobody was talking about this.
It's currently not known how the woman knows Angry Reactions. All we know is that she did not need medical attention after this altercation.
But since his entire brand was about love and positivity, even the slightest bit of uncertainty probably felt like a monsoon of hate, and I'm sure people in his DMs were very ruthless.
The article said alleged domestic violence. It said I got arrested for alleged domestic violence. The woman needed no medical attention. It said a verbal altercation turned physical. Nowhere, anywhere did it say I put my hands on a woman.
But after Wanye addressed it, an overwhelming wave of support came his way. And exactly 2 weeks after he addressed the allegations, he posted a TikTok of a black screen with text reading, "Not guilty, case dismissed."
There you go. There you go. It's okay.
Along with that, he deleted every single video from his TikTok account. So the only thing left on his page was him addressing the allegations and saying his case was dismissed.
Oh, why would you delete everything, dude? Oh no, don't do that.
One comment reads, "Y'all's apology better be louder than the hate." Another comment on YouTube reads, "He's guilty, 1 million views. He's innocent, 200,000 views." Most of the time this is true. The hate, criticism, or allegations will go viral and do permanent damage to someone's career. But this was not really the case for Angry Reactions. This report of him being cleared of all charges has nearly 10 million views. This other TikTok received 5 million views saying, "If I ever find that girl that falsely accused Angry Reactions of abuse and ruined his life, it's on site," with all the comments on these posts being overwhelmingly positive and supportive of Wanye.
Then why was he, like, I understand that he was upset that he was falsely accused, but, like, why would he act like everyone was going after him when nobody was?
Publications like TMZ and Complex did not follow up and say the charges were dropped, which is unfortunately all too common in the news world.
Yeah.
But when you search angry reactions arrested on TikTok, most of the videos you will see are either proclaiming his innocence or at least clarifying the whole situation. Despite this, Wanye thought the damage was done, and he decided to quit TikTok forever.
My reputation is completely tarnished.
No.
Because you may know I'm innocent, but let's say 50 million people heard that I got arrested for putting my hands on a woman, right? I would say like 10 to 15 million people, if that, heard that I was innocent.
But everybody, but people were in support of you, dude.
Do you understand? That means 35 to 40 million people still believe I put my hands on women. So, in all honesty, bro, I just think this angry reaction, aggressive will never be the same after this. That was the comedy in it. The fact that I was so mad and aggressive, but I'm saying nice stuff. But now when you see me, you're gonna think about this case, especially the people who still believe that I'm guilty. As far as the brands, these people not hitting me back. They not apologizing. They not saying, yo, let's get back to work. We just did this for our safety, the safety of our company. None of that is happening, bro.
That's unfortunate. That the sponsorships are not coming back. That's unfortunate.
Everything I lost still remains. People ain't banging on my door to like work with me. Everybody is keeping a distance because it's not about the fact that I'm innocent. It's not about that. Even though I was the victim, the fact that I got arrested and all of this is around my name, they don't want to work with me.
This is a harsh reality that influencers and celebrities have to face.
Yeah.
Your worst moments will be broadcasted and spread like wildfire, and your accomplishments will be whispered. Then again, it's also a reflection of what the audience wants to indulge in. Most people say they want to watch positive and uplifting content, but then find themselves only watching negative or content about people's downfalls.
Yeah, it's the Schadenfreude thing. They really enjoy watching the train wreck.
But the only way
Why do you think shows like Jerry Springer and Maury Povich were popular?
to combat that is to keep going. It's good that Wanye waited until the case played out to address everything and explain himself, but quitting TikTok just allows the destructive media and the hate commenters to win. With him quitting and disappearing, now the story is he was accused and
We had a guy crippled. Because there was a pretty girl in the area that giggled while stating she could get anything, well, because all she had to do was hint that a bloke insulted her. Jesus Christ. One of those chicks, huh?
then he disappeared. Some could argue that makes him look more guilty. Now I can understand if his motivation to be on the internet in general was destroyed based on this controversy.
Yeah.
But the best way to prove your innocence is to just keep pursuing your vision, especially considering that he was one of the few popular creators whose entire brand revolves around positivity. And on top of that, erasing his whole TikTok and Instagram is him erasing his legacy. Now there is zero chance that his videos showing his good intentions and positive influence could ever be shown in the algorithm.
Right. No, there's no trace of him anymore. It's all gone. And that's sad because a lot of people enjoyed his content.
All his hard work has been undone and erased by himself. But this is not where the story ends, because after the internet forgave him and seemingly moved forward, he continued to live stream on TikTok for hours.
It may be headline news, but the retraction will be in a subsection on page 9 below the advert for replacement windows. Yep.
Discussing the situation with his fans, even addressing Sierra directly.
We have a son, and what's crazy is you're in the apartment that I'm paying for right now. You're in an apartment that I'm paying for right now. You have to see me. You're doing all of this internet stuff. You're talking about getting a restraining order on me. All of this started today because I was trying to talk some sense to you. I never got loud. I never got aggressive. I never got none of that today. You did. You did. All of this started because I was trying to talk to you. You have to see me. You're doing all of this for the internet, but when you see me in real life, Sierra, it's only me and you, and we both know what it is. So what you gonna say to me then?
Once the charges were dropped, I think we can all agree that that's where it should have ended.
Yeah. He didn't need to address her. That's not a good thing to do.
And this situation should have continued to be handled between Wanye and Sierra. But instead of moving on and quitting social media like he said he wanted to, he continued to speak publicly about what was going on. And it wasn't until after he brought this to the internet once again that Sierra finally decided to come out and share her side of the story.
Oh, no. Hey everyone. I did not want to have to do this, but since Wanye wants to go on live and spread a bunch of lies, I just want to come on here and say that he's lying.
Oh boy. This is never a good thing. When we've got exes back and forth on social media with their followers,
if I wanted to press charges against him, I could have had him locked up for a while for him putting his hands on me. I have proof of him putting his hands on me multiple times.
Where is it?
And he constantly wants to say that I put my hands on him first. There are times that I have, because he screams in my face, like literally inches from my face, and I have to push him to get away from me.
And she's got her baby in the video too, which maybe it's just my thing about kids and the internet and stuff. Why do you need to have your baby there?
He has pushed me and put bruises on me while I was pregnant. He has put his hands around my throat to choke me. He has pulled out a gun recently on.
Do you have like any proof of this, or are you just saying
his birthday over FaceTime? He pulled out a gun and said he was on his way over here with a gun. And I have proof.
Where's the screenshot?
A screen recording of that. I have proof of what happened with the police report. He was actually very scared of the police report getting out because he ripped the TV off the wall. He kicked me while I was holding our baby.
Are we, like, if this is true, this is bad. Daley Thompson, one of the best decathletes ever, whose intro was The Phantom of the Opera done by Iron Maiden, was removed from public life because he said he smoked weed once. Jesus Christ. Now we have 25-year-old males identifying as 14-year-old females cheating sports. Yup.
And he smashed my phone, which is like the third phone that he smashed of mine.
All of the comments on this post, which had 300,000 views, are showing support for Wanye. They are taking his side. Sierra then posted multiple pictures of bruises and scratches all over her body, as well as the TV being ripped off the wall and the phone smashed. And again, many of the comments are supporting Wanye. Sierra also posted a text message chain that read, "I'm sorry, can I please take the car? You threw me across the apartment and tried to drag me out, so sorry for not being extra nice." And
Jesus Christ. This is a private text chain between the two of them.
"You completely broke my heart last night. I'm an emotional wreck right now." Wanye said, "I told you to go in the hallway before I did anything." I guess the reason why she posted this text is by him saying "before I did anything" was her way of trying to prove that he admitted to putting hands on her.
Yeah. Because anybody that's, if somebody said you threw me across the apartment and dragged me out, and you didn't, you wouldn't say, "I told you to do X before I did anything." You would say, "What the fuck are you talking about, you psycho bitch? I didn't do any of that." If this is true, then fuck this guy. If not, then this needs to be prosecuted against the accuser. Right? Like, this is bad shit.
But we have absolutely zero way of knowing if this text chain is about the arrest, nor do we know if the bruises she posted were proof of Wanye attacking her. Sierra then posted a screen recording of a FaceTime conversation where the two are screaming at each other for multiple minutes. iPhone does not allow you to capture audio from a FaceTime call with a screen recording, so there is no sound. But even without the sound, you can feel the intensity of the argument. Sierra also claims that he was loading a gun and threatening her, but you can only see this alleged gun in the first few seconds of the video. Again, I must reiterate that Sierra posting this evidence was not viral news.
And also, I don't agree with I don't agree with people posting evidence like this on social media until they've like gone to court. Like, if you're gonna share this evidence with strangers on the internet, then go start a court case.
It's not like the whole internet was suddenly back on Sierra's side and crucifying Wanye, but to him, it felt that way. So he decided to go on TikTok Live again in front of 5,000 viewers and address Sierra's claims.
Maybe this feels like he's protesting too much. This is not good.
However, he broke down worse than ever.
Hands on me, I've never called the police on her. She's showing bruises of me defending myself from her, and she making the internet think that...
Jesus.
Bro, you know this, bro. You know this, bro. You know how you raised me, bro. You know how you raised me, bro. And I just got through all of this drama.
Is he who is he saying you know how you raised me? Is he talking to his father? He screams all the time. That seems to be his character. Yeah. But this is like... I don't know. Like, I wouldn't act this way if I was not guilty. This is not a way you should be acting if you're not guilty. This is... neither of them are acting the way they should be acting if this is a true case of domestic violence. She should be going to the proper authorities instead of posting all this evidence on social media. And he should be not engaging with this. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like sometimes it's just not you. Like, sometimes you're just gonna, like, if it's not your character, then you're not gonna do it. And so this just doesn't seem, I don't know what to think here. I don't know what to think.
And she was on my side. She's sitting there telling everybody, oh, I could have sent you to jail if I pressed charges. And,
yep.
Brother, I just want you to, you know, Ed, you know, I'm not this type of, you know this. You know this.
He's on the phone with somebody. I can hear it in the background.
Oh, I'm not this type of, you know this. You know this, bro.
Why do people go on live and talk on the phone? I've never understood that. I've seen it before. Why do people do that? Why, like, you're on a live stream. Why are you on the phone?
Why you coming at me again, bro?
Seeing the immense pain Wanye was going through made people believe that he was telling the truth. I stand with Wanye for real. I'm not gonna lie, as a man you gotta remove yourself from the situation and just go to court for custody, bro. Some of y'all are slow. The case got dismissed and he was found not guilty. Sierra responded to Wanye's live stream with even more videos telling her side of the story.
And this is what I'm saying. If you feel that you need to share this evidence with strangers, then you should be going to the proper authorities and seeking an order of protection.
When I say I put my hands on this man, I'm telling you, I only ever pushed him out of my face. He will get loud and aggressive, and be spitting in my face. He, like, inches from my face. The only thing I've ever done to put my hands on him is to push him. And for people that keep commenting on my pictures saying like, oh, it's self-inflicted and all these kind of things, saying that I broke the TV and all this kind of stuff, where's the proof of me attacking him? And then I give you guys
That's a good question.
And you're still gonna say I'm lying?
Where he hasn't provided any pictures of injuries to himself. Like, he's saying that she attacks him and he has to defend himself, but he hasn't provided any pictures of injuries. Like when we saw in the Johnny Depp case with Amber Heard, there were definitely injuries to Johnny Depp. Like, look at the finger. And like, there would be documented evidence if she was like abusing him to the point where he needed to put his hands on her.
He started this by going live and talking shit about me, and I felt like I needed to speak my truth.
If he's doing this on live and this is like an actual domestic violence thing, you need to go to the court and you need to say, listen, he's talking on social media about this. I want an order of protection. I want this fucking dealt with. I wasn't going to press charges, but now he won't shut up about it. And this needs to stop.
So long that I've been...
You don't need to go to social media yourself and post all your evidence. You go to the court.
Letting
They're
him
both wrong
lie
in this problem.
Just so he can save his reputation and his career. But he wants to do this for what? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna allow it to keep going this far. I didn't want to press charges against him just because I just didn't, okay? Like, I've been with this man for almost 2 years. You know, I still have so much love for him. I didn't want to like ruin his career or anything like that. All you people that are sitting here calling me liars and like saying that I'm making all this stuff up, this is exactly why women don't come out and say these things. They don't tell their truth because of people like you. I don't care about ruining his reputation or anything like that. That's not what I wanted.
No. Do you know why? You know why people like question women like this? Because when they're, quote, speaking their truth, because they're not speaking their truth to the people who can do anything about it. That's why. Go speak your truth to the police. Go speak your truth to the courts. I'm not gonna put up with that bullshit. Nope.
I want to speak my truth because he wants to go on live and talk about me and make me sound like I'm such a monster.
I find it interesting that the reason they are both speaking out is because of how the public feels about their relationship. They're not talking about how they want.
When you have a hyper-emotional person, it is hard to discern. They're also very vulnerable. The emotional break is a weakness that can be exploited. A lot of knee-jerk violent people comes from a point of passivity. True.
They want to create a better environment for their child. They definitely don't want the police involved, but they both want to protect their perception to millions of strangers online. So then Wanye posts a video that he claims is proof that he is a victim.
You sitting there slamming doors and crying and singing a Cardi B because you can't go to a f***ing birthday dinner, bro.
It's more than that.
It's
not just me not going to a party. It's the fact that you don't even care to like try to include me and when I show that I'm upset, you don't give a like, you don't make me feel better about the fact that you're going out without me.
You are clearly not strong enough to be in this relationship.
Yeah.
If everything, if everything
you can't.
Boy, stop touching me.
Because guess
Stop
what?
touching
I could be.
Stop touching me.
Okay. I could be strong enough if you played your part.
Why did you stay? I told you. Stop.
Jesus Christ, lady. Why are you being so insane? I know a lot of shouty people that would go out of their way not to step on a spider. Their weakness is trying to be too strong and they're broken. Yup.
pushing me. I told you. I told you. I'm pushing me. I told you. Keep your hands off of me, my nigga. What is wrong with you?
Since there is no visual and this is just audio, we only have limited information, but it does seem like in this particular situation, Sierra put hands on him first. And even though most people showed support for Wanye in the comments once again, others had opposing opinions. Maybe he was the aggressor, maybe the video is edited. It's not weird to consider an opposing viewpoint, especially during this serious of a situation.
Yeah, and also, we need, if it's this serious of a situation, go to the court! Go to the fucking court! She just slapped him. That was her slapping him.
And the video
Yeah.
is edited. You can see the audio cuts out entirely for a few frames and skips to the point where Sierra attacks him. Any video editor can confirm that this is what we call a jump cut. Because when you look at different parts of the audio, when there is silence in the conversation, you can still see a tiny fuzzy audio waveform, because natural background noise is still being picked up. However, this cut goes perfectly dead silent, which indicates something was removed from the conversation. And also, if you listen to it back and forth, you can kind of hear there's a little bit of a jump.
I could be strong enough if you played your fucking part.
Why did you say?
Yep.
I told you. I'm fucking pushing me.
But one
Yep. There's the part.
Wanye is very upset with anyone who doesn't believe him, even though the overwhelming majority of people do.
Everything she's showing y'all and telling y'all is not true. So everybody
When this happened in February, it's now June, there should be more information. Yes, there should be.
What is this? You want to know what that was? I can show you. That was this. You know what this is? This is a BB gun. This is not real. This is not a real gun. It's not real. These shoot BBs. I got this for Christmas in 2020. And
why would you show it though?
Like this while we was on FaceTime is because I was cleaning my apartment and this was sitting on the countertop. Now when y'all saw the bruises and stuff that she posted, y'all was all attacking me. Oh no way, I can't believe you did this. Then when I post a video of literal proof that she's the aggressor, that I'm the one who's being abused, now you want to switch it up. Now I got her to that point. I'm gaslighting her.
Oh God. One of those things, you're gaslighting her. Ronnie McNutt was famous for talking on the phone while live. One of the biggest problems is bullshit psychology degrees. OMG, he's an aggressive. And he put his... yeah. The whole fake psychology shit, yeah.
I'm a manipulator. I'm this, I'm that. My career, my reputation is going down the drain because of these false allegations. And y'all keep entertaining it.
The reason people keep entertaining this situation is likely because he keeps making live streams and videos giving everyone the fine details. How can two people post some of the deepest, most complicated, and graphic details about their relationship and then get mad at people on the internet for getting involved and asking questions?
Yeah, they're both wrong here. They need to not be posting any of this shit online, and they need to be in the courtroom.
Y'all are the ones posting about it. Finally, the back and forth ended, and he seemingly disappeared for a month. And while we were hoping that it's because the two were handling this off of the internet, Wanye claims something much worse happened. On Mother's Day, May 12th, 2024, Wanye posted on Instagram that Sierra took their child and ran off to California without his approval. If you weren't sure before, now we can all agree that this has gone too far.
Yeah, this is... Why are we posting this on social media? Why are we not going to the police?
Wanye went on the No Jumper podcast to explain the story from start to finish.
Of course he went on fucking No Jumper.
But the overarching message was that he just wants his son back. He wants to see his son. He doesn't even care about his reputation or his relationship. He just wants to be a father.
I cannot believe she doing this to me. Because, like I said, you don't know me, bro. This girl, if anybody know I don't deserve this shit, it's her, bro. It's her. She noticed. She know I'm not this type of man, bro. She noticed. And she doing this shit because she mad at me, bro. She ruining my fucking life, bro. Cause she mad. I miss my son,
What is
bro.
she mad at?
Bro, I ain't seen my son in a month, cuz.
That is hard. If she did take his son, he needs to be offline and pursuing charges.
I ain't seen my son in a month, bro. I miss that nigga every night, bro. She could leave, bro. She could leave. I don't need her, bro. How you gonna go to across the country with my son, bro, and don't even wanna?
Oop.
She could leave, bro. She could leave. I don't need her, bro. How you gonna go to across the country with my son, bro, and don't even wanna FaceTime me?
And this is another example of why
At the end
I
of the
always
day,
insist that
domestic
we keep our
situations
private
are
conversations
extremely
private.
complicated. It definitely seems like these two are toxic together, and neither of them seem completely innocent.
quick
But even
sidebar,
with
now
all
we
the
can
stuff
see
we
where
have seen
Pearl
in this
got her
video,
ammunition
there is
to use
barely
against
any
Wanye.
real
Yep.
evidence to determine who is right and who is wrong. And we're not a jury, and they're not going to get the police involved, so we're never really going to know what actually happened. Airing out this entire situation on the internet was most definitely not smart. Sierra even admitted the whole reason why she escalated the situation in the first place was because he kept going on the internet and trashing her. Definitely doesn't justify her running away with the child. But every time either of them talked about their conflicts publicly, it just got worse. All we can do now is pray for the safety of the child and hope that they can come together and settle their differences privately. There have been some updates since recording this video. Wanye posted an Instagram story of him in a courtroom and a photo of him and his son saying, "See you soon." A few days later, he posted a video of him and his son together, seemingly reconnected.
Fucking yeah. No, this shit doesn't need to be. That was sad. Whenever there's kids involved, it's just sad when this shit happens. Like, when it gets this serious, you always need to involve the authorities, not strangers on the internet. Alright guys, it's time for a be right back bathroom break. So, as I said, I will be right back from the bathroom. Sorry about that, friends. Didn't mean to take so long. Okay, we're ready for our last video. And it's a Code Blue Cam video. Woman caught living inside a grocery store sign for a year. Literally living inside a grocery store sign. That's not something I've ever heard of before. So let's take a listen and a look.
The afternoon of April 23rd, 2024, police were called to a grocery store to investigate a suspicious situation in Midland, Michigan.
Oh, we're in Michigan today. We're not even in Wisconsin, we're in Michigan.
Store manager reported that while a contractor was working on the roof, he discovered a long extension power cord leading to a small door at the back of the store sign. Fearing he might find a dead body when he opened the door, the contractor instead encountered a 34-year-old woman known as the Roof Ninja living inside.
The Roof Ninja? The Roof Ninja. The fucking Roof Ninja.
It was soon discovered that she had been living there for a year. The sign allegedly contained an improvised living space equipped with flooring, a mini desk, houseplants, a computer printer, a pantry, and even a coffee maker.
God
so
damn!
I think I know who it is. I
She's
can't
set
think
up
of her
good
name
there.
right now, but I got the guys there.
She's local, you know.
So is she the one that wears black gloves,
Yes,
black ski
yes,
mask,
yes.
all that stuff?
Yep.
I've seen her.
Oh my god, she dresses up like a literal ninja.
How's she getting up there?
I think she's climbing these pergolas.
That's what we were trying to figure out.
What
She's a roof ninja, man.
I tell you what, it was really weird because if you could just talk, because I'm not really, like, I'm kind of bound by company policy.
Sure.
I was going to go up there, and then my director said, don't, just call the cops. If you could just make her clear her stuff out and tell her, this is illegal, you can't, I mean, if she falls, we're liable.
Oh, I get
My
that.
whole team will lose their bonuses, it'll kill the P&L, they have families, it's not a game, you know?
So you're talking the big family fair?
She's living in there.
She's inside of that. She's got a cord ran out to the AC.
way.
I was telling her, I swear to God, I want to see when you open the door. I think there's a copy machine in there.
Jesus Christ, a copy machine? What is she doing? Making fucking fake IDs and shit?
We both came here. Came here and worked on the roof for years, and before there was a problem with that peaked part, and it was leaking like right at the verge. So I got in there to see where it was coming. I told him, let's peek in there.
Yeah.
Well, the door is always like usually it's ajar. It's hard to keep shut. So we turned the screws that hold it, and I was like, wow, something's holding it. So we put a screwdriver in it.
Michigan, the basement of Canada. Yup.
Trying to get open, and I could see a string. I said, oh, that's weird, there's a string. And I thought to myself, how would you tie that? There's no way to get out of it. And I thought, did somebody kill himself in this thing? Might have a body or something. I told him, cut that. So we cut it, we open it, she's just standing, she has a thermal blanket, like keeping the cold out. Like, that's her house, man.
That's insane. That is insane. She is living in a sign and calls herself the goddamn Roof Ninja.
No.
I swear there's flooring.
So she's been.
Look,
everyone wants to check out the roof.
It was crazy.
Well, I
but I bought it a heart attack.
It's more like the prostate of America. That's
she had no
true.
shoes on, so she's comfortable. She just had, I seen like her sweat. I seen from this down, she had black socks. He was like, she had black socks on. Because I bought a heart attack.
So you saw her in there? Or
yeah,
no?
she's in there right now, man.
Oh, she's in
She's
there
in there right now.
We gotta go get her.
Yeah, she's right there.
I thought.
She's in there, dude.
Oh, okay.
I opened the thing, and I
She's
said,
just
oh my
chilling
God,
out.
there's somebody in there. She says, there is somebody in here. I said, sorry, we're just trying to find out where the water is. She said, I can guarantee you it's not coming from in here. I thought,
Like you're in her place, huh?
yeah, it was just so weird. And then, like, we were talking about, like, where is she going to the bathroom?
I am likely, as far as policy goes.
God damn. That's not something I want to think about. Ugh. If Canada is America's hat, no, see Michigan, Canada is fucking America in the ass and Florida is the dick. of America.
Not going up the ladder?
Yeah.
I gotta go up there and take a picture of what I fixed, because I forgot to take a picture after it, because all this was so, it's the weirdest thing I've ever
So what
found.
I would suggest, I guess, is
I go up there and tell her she gotta get
tell her that I'm out here and I need to chat with her.
Tops around here, they
Yeah.
gotta talk.
Yep, she's not in trouble.
Yeah, like she said, if she falls,
She's not in trouble
Yeah, I get that.
yet.
Yeah, yep. If you want to do that.
Yeah, I say that's the weirdest thing I've ever.
Yep.
Do we let her use our ladder, or do we want to?
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
No, make her jump. Make her jump down with her stuff. Prostate of America. We'll have to roll that one out on Monkey. Oh, yes, do so. I think Kala said it to him too, I think.
Completely up to you, but it's probably safer that way than however she's doing it.
Yep.
I cannot for the life of me think of her name. We got calls on her all the time, like last year. She's the one that's all black, black ski mask, black gloves. A lot of times she wears like ski goggles.
She literally dresses herself up like a goddamn ninja. Like she's a fucking Power Ranger or something. Oh my god.
Like a mask and goggles. She's got
headphones on.
She's got a. Well, she told me she's got a sun allergy.
This is why I don't let my child
I
play
haven't seen
Power
her yet
Ranger.
this year. Who are you to the store? I guess.
Right.
Manager.
She's the manager. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, sorry, I thought
no.
you meant her. It said
no,
her.
You're gonna trespass her from the
Once
property.
you picture Canada
But
and
maybe
America
in a
as two
week
cats
or
in the
whatever,
part of Ontario,
she can come back and grab her
the part of
stuff.
America that
Well,
goes
nobody's gonna
into-
destroy any of her
a part of
things.
Ontario that
Oh, I
goes
get
into
it.
America
I don't
is the
want any
cat's
bad blood, it's
dick,
just she
then
cannot
it makes
be
sense.
I am. Like, this is intriguing. We got some people, you know, most times they're in a tent, they're in a, you know,
I'm
whatever.
so glad that my dick
one of
doesn't
our old
resemble Florida.
motels or something. Living in a sign is like a
Right.
whole new level.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like I should go up there and see.
She don't need to talk to you
I
guys.
had a feeling it was going that way.
She's not coming out when there's people here.
I'm not coming out when there's people here, and I don't need to talk to the cops.
You guys will come and get her.
All right.
We ain't got
Come
no
and
time
get
for
her
that.
ass.
Wait, let me,
Okay.
Anyway, that's all Davis first.
Yeah.
I'll follow her up and carry her down if you want, but that's probably not a good
No.
option.
No, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, don't touch her.
We're gonna call people.
She sounds cordial.
Like I said, I can go up, but I don't like coming down.
She can't be up here.
She's been told she's
Yeah,
not
I
allowed
mean, you
to
can't be up there.
Twice, at least.
Did you locate the roof ninja?
Yeah, I'm trying to pause
Did
my
you
camera
locate
here. Hold
the
on one
roof
second.
ninja?
We'll get her out of there. That's
I mean,
our job.
What the
She's
fuck?
in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
Sarah,
is this,
can we
like a
borrow your
fucking...
ladder? Can we borrow that? Your ladder.
Oh, you need to get.
What
Yeah,
is this?
we're gonna go up
What
there.
is this? A fucking video game? Did you locate the roof ninja? Yes, sir. How do I proceed now? Goggles? Yes. Goggles.
Can you?
Throw him back up. Let her back up. It's not an ideal climb, but it's not
Oh,
bad.
that makes me feel good.
We'll go up there first and tie it.
Okay,
We'll make
that'd
sure
be
you guys get up and-
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, ladder scaling's not for everybody.
Let's go climb a ladder.
When we went inside, the other lady, she's like, "Oh, the roof ninja's back!" Like me and him were just like dying. They're like,
Yeah.
like this is really a. I mean, this is a thing.
So
Right? Like, the fact that she's called herself the roof ninja is fucking hilarious.
you talked to her,
Yeah.
and she said what?
She said she wasn't. She said she didn't need to come out there if there was a bunch of people. And I said,
Did you tell her that we were
I
here?
said, there's just a few of us. There's us two on the working on the roof, and the police are down there, and they want to talk to you. You're not in trouble. They're not gonna leave until you talk to them. She said she wasn't coming out. So I said, well,
As far as getting in the door
She's
and all
not
that
coming
stuff,
out.
it's just like
I'm not coming out. Like, well, you can't stay up there, dude.
she don't have any way to secure it or whatever, right?
she had it tied with a string earlier.
Okay.
Inside.
I fall. You gotta catch that. Oh, I am not a ninja.
Oh, there's someone in here.
Yeah, the roof ninja.
Oh, all right.
A little different with this vest on.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
She's now climbing up the ladder.
Don't drop me.
The female officer is now climbing
And
the
it's
ladder.
this white. It's the white one here, right?
I mean, I give her props for creativity.
I don't remember her name.
Did she have? Was she like
Me, I talked to her.
Chinese or anything like that?
No, I only got
Was she
called
Chinese?
because of how
Why?
she dresses.
Because she's
Full
a
black
ninja?
face mask.
That's racist.
Oh, smart.
Are you saying all Chinese people are
Unlock
ninjas?
it for me, please. Okay.
Central 4156, are you secure?
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I was trying to get my stuff so I can get down right away. I'm moving out of here in 24 hours to get away from all of this.
You're coming out right now.
No, you're coming out now.
Well, I don't want to leave any of my
Well,
stuff.
so here's the thing. So I talked to the manager, and she's down on the ground. The biggest thing is a liability issue for her.
Yeah.
Okay, you being up here is a big time liability issue.
How so? Well, okay, don't answer already.
So she wants you gone.
Yeah.
I'm
And,
trying to do that.
Get out!
I have to go talk to my boss.
well,
So-
hear me out first, because you have no time. Like, you're coming out
Yeah,
with us.
you need to get out
She's
now.
going to get a hold of the head boss, and they're going to collect your things. And within a few days, you're more than welcome to come back and grab them.
Where are they putting my stuff?
Well, we'll find out. But you are on their property, so you have got no standing whatsoever. Okay?
Please, God, no.
She has no.
Please, God, no.
I understand that. She has no ill will against you. She wants to make sure your stuff's all protected.
Is he Korean?
She just wants
Because
you
the only
gone.
Republicans allowed that are Korean. That's
Tonight,
funny.
today, because I was going to
What,
call
no
my boss, let them know
crossbows?
I won't be able to come into work. I was going to go get a truck, and then I was going to move my stuff
Tiffany,
from here
a Chinese
ASAP back to
Tiffany.
my storage unit.
Okay.
And then
Well,
that would be that.
the biggest thing is she wants you off the roof as quick as possible. So you're
And
not
I
going to
can
be
do
willing.
that. You guys are
The
actually
rough.
gonna make it
I love
longer.
how
No,
Americans
you're coming
say
with
rough.
us.
Like, to the station?
No.
No,
Like you're
off
when
the
we
roof.
walk out of here, you're walking out with us, and you're not coming back on the roof. They're gonna get
The
it all for
fucking
you.
Americans in the rough.
What do you need to take? Well, first of all, how are you getting up and down off this? How are you gonna carry all this stuff?
Well, how else do you think I got all this stuff
Well,
up
I
here?
know you did, obviously, but like, what are you talking about? Like, I understand you got
Keurig in there.
some big things.
A
Like
Keurig.
my clothing, my bedding stuff,
Yeah, we're not gonna.
my vitamins.
Everything that you're mentioning is like multiple trips.
My vitamins. Yes, yes. You live on the roof, but you've got to make sure you take your vitamins.
That's not gonna happen. What's your first name?
Please do not contact any of my supposed
I'm not-
family members.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
she
any
is
of that.
just moving from
At
24
this
hours
point, you're
from
not
now.
in any trouble whatsoever.
I know, but I've noticed that the police tend to feed information back to the people that I'm trying to get away from.
I have no reason to. You're an adult. I don't need to tell anybody.
The
But
police
crazy
tend
question.
to feed
Homeless, or do you have an
information
address?
back
Do
to
you
the
have any
people
address
I'm
or mail
trying
address?
to get away from. Bitch, what are you talking about? You think you're some crazy movie lady?
Well, I can put two and two together. You know what I mean? Do you got your phone on you? Your ID, things like stuff you need, like right now.
No. I don't think it computes with her
What's
that
that?
she's
I need you to grab something important. A few things important that you need right now. Not a whole armload of stuff. Just you don't even have to miss work. Where are you working at?
No, I'm gonna have to call in for work because I want to move all of my stuff to a secure location.
No, you can't move all of your stuff. You can't get it off the roof all right now. You need to go.
Well, why don't, when we get to the bottom, why don't we talk to the manager? Like I said, she's like being super cool about all this. You gotta understand.
Yeah, they're not even gonna charge you, dude.
I know as soon as I'm done talking with the manager, she's gonna feed information back to one of the people who's gonna feed information back to them.
Feed information back to who? Who are you trying to hide from?
I don't know that.
Oh, I know that.
Alright, well,
Just like the other two gentlemen that were up here.
they don't even know you. They don't know you
That
for...
was not a coincidence.
No, I asked
That
them
is
to
not
come
a
up here.
coincidence.
People
What's
have
a
seen you
coincidence?
in
That
the
they
area, I
found
guess.
you on the
Apparently they've
roof?
seen you up here, so they... Believe it or not, you even got a
I know
nick.
the one
You got a
gentleman-
nickname.
What's that? Spider-Man?
No, Roof Ninja. Tell me that ain't cool.
That's true.
The only reports we have is people call just because they're concerned about what you wear. That's it.
Twitch is massively buggy today.
And I'm just letting you know that you're going to be
I keep
trespassed
getting
from
a
the property,
notification
so if you try to
saying
come back
claim
to gather your
failed.
things
What?
without them calling you first,
Weird.
you'll be arrested for that. So like I said, she's being super cool. So when we get down there and we chat with her, she's going to tell you where your stuff's going to be.
Yeah, if they don't steal anything.
Well, we're not going to worry about that, okay? You ready to get down?
Just give me a second.
Yeah. How long you been up here?
About a year.
A year?
So when we started chatting
A
with you
year.
last year, you were living up here. I'm just curious. I'm like,
Not damaging anything.
Oh no, you're good. You're. I'm to be honest. I'm impressed with what you
What caused you to look in here? Like,
This,
did somebody turn you on to this?
no, this is actually an old safe spot.
Okay.
And there's like certain
An
spots
old
that when
safe
certain
spot.
events start taking place that are considered like safe spots.
Well, I'm just, nobody's,
What the fuck
to
are
my
you
knowledge, nobody's
talking
reported
about?
you missing or anything like that, so.
They did that a few years ago.
They did?
And the only reason they reported me was so that the cops could find me for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Fury Kitten, I'm
I've
sorry.
seen a lot of things.
I have too. I'm like impressed.
I'm really
I am
sorry
too.
to hear that.
I'm intrigued.
I know.
This is impressive. Did it get cold in the winter?
Yeah, but I know how to deal with that.
Good. I mean, you're stronger than I am.
I've been in like Alaska.
I would
Is
cry
there
at
a
the
light?
thunderstorm that came
Is
through.
there a light in here that that illuminates?
Well,
Or do you?
no, they don't have any of that hooked up anymore. Okay, so
This is insane.
No. Just bring, like I said, grab your phone, grab your ID, any
How could like
whatever,
this is crazy?
valuables of some sort. But yeah, we can't. Like
You
I said,
can't bring
she wants you
everything.
down now, so we got to get.
She eats healthier than I do.
She eats healthier than that. Yeah, like she's got vitamins and shit. Like Jesus.
I know.
It smells good in there. It smells like garlic or something.
Yes.
Well, she lives on top of the shopping center.
And it's clean.
hey, how did you guys get up here?
Ladder. We're
I'm not a ninja.
We're not a roof ninja, but
Yeah,
It's roof, not rough.
it's not even for me.
see
It's
that.
not a
She
rough,
has
it's
to
a
hire
roof.
up employees come and clean your place out here.
Everything is pretty much bagged. I didn't get a chance to get to my.
Okay. We got a year's worth of belongings in here, so you got a
Jesus.
whole. Am I seeing a whole bin full of hamburgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know that seems kind of gross.
It does. It seems not gross, but
Yeah, it seems gross. Cause how are you gonna eat all that before it goes bad? How are you gonna eat all that before it goes bad and you're gonna get food poisoning?
Right in here this is at least about 10 degrees cooler than the rest of the area in here. And then the
you got it
constant
all
wind
set
flow
up.
keeps it nice and cool.
Jesus Christ,
I
lady,
ain't
you've
impressed.
got it all
Certain types
made
of
out, don't
herbs,
you?
temperatures that clean and like
Holy shit. How'd she cook them?
She's a chick. They're not alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh, even if it was, I'd
Yeah,
probably
she's
have a
got
beer or two if I lived up here, so you're good.
Oh, there's two more if you'd like one. They're ginger root.
This is
If
crazy.
you're not allergic to
Oh,
ginger
No, we're good, thank
We're
you.
good, thank you.
You're
She's
very
got a
helpful.
fucking ginger root up there. Like, what the fuck?
I tried.
It's like the
Where do you work?
healthiest
I
homeless
work over
person
at-
ever.
I just got hired in over at.
What the fuck?
Not too bright out here. That's good.
No, it's not too bad. It's a little overcast. So over in that corner, we've got a ladder.
And
So
at
we'll
least
just head
everyone's
over
in
there.
good
That's where the
spirits.
manager's
This is
hanging out.
true.
Great.
And,
They're gonna be so happy to see me.
We don't
She's
usually
super
see
nice.
this with
They're
the
being
Code
super
Blue Can
cool.
videos.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
she,
do appreciate that.
again, she's got no ill will. She's just like,
She's
can't have this
speaking
girl falling.
hobo.
She
It's
needs to get
known
off
as
our
a
roof.
space
So
safe
that's where we're
spot
at,
to
so.
rest.
I
Let's
think
head on
I
over
think
there.
I ran over twice by a truck driver.
By
and
attacked
not
or
died.
by
You know
other
what I
things.
mean?
No.
Ah.
They were trying to kill me.
Got it.
So again, how do you get up here?
Well, I don't want to say in the event of needing to get up here at some point.
I had a feeling that. Well, the fact that she's light and weight,
Yeah.
probably very simple. They're just, that's who owns the ladder, that's all it is.
As soon as they knocked on the door, I was going to move my stuff out of here.
Oh, so down there is my sergeant.
And our lieutenant.
I do
Lieutenant,
welfare
and
checks.
the
And
girl in the
last
plaid
time
is the
I called in
manager.
a guy
She's the one that you're gonna want to talk to.
Yep, and I know she's going to cheat me
for a
out.
guy in a
she'll be
wheelchair
good.
in a hospital down in the middle
No,
of
she's
town.
cool, seriously. I've
been
dealt with her
super
several
cool.
times.
It took 4 hours to
It's
get
not great,
anyone.
but
We
we-
ended up
you
in
can do
a
it.
safe
Way
house
of getting up there.
from 40 miles away. Jesus.
Am I going next? You go next.
I ended up staying there for another 2 hours until transport.
Yeah.
showed up.
She's
Yeah.
honestly very nice. Like you said, very nice.
She's really cordial.
Yeah, she's very nice.
There were
said,
police
that's-
patrols
I've talked to her
200 meters
before.
away.
She had it with me. I hope I put it in my bag anyway.
So did you look inside that? It is an apartment.
It
She's
is
got
an
food,
apartment.
Stacks of food. She's got a carried coffee maker in there.
She's She's got a literal apartment in there, and somebody's calling Facebook messages.
Something to the alarm.
Is there a coffee or a copy machine on the left? Is there something?
There's some. She's lived there for over a year.
Somebody's getting a Facebook message call.
Down in there?
Cardboard, that's what that noise
I
is.
knew there was something, because they said the last time I was in that thing, it was nasty, it was wet.
Nope. She's got it cleaned up. She has warm, all sorts of things to keep the weather out.
Oh, we're just waiting.
She.
You want to hang out right over here for just a second? I'm gonna hold that ladder to make sure they don't fall down. Got me hold this for you?
Never seen here.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this. Holy crap, this what?
But she claims there's several of these safe places throughout the city.
So there's more of those.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't get arrested.
Alright. Do you remember the word?
Right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
I really hope she doesn't get
Dear
arrested.
Lord, have mercy.
Step below, there you go.
Sorry, I won't shake your hand, but I'm very sorry to meet like this under these conditions.
Jeremy, not cool!
She's really polite.
I'll pee on your head.
This is like the most polite person
I explained,
I've seen.
I explained to her she's got a
Code
lot of stuff up there.
Okay.
A lot of stuff.
I'm gonna kick your ass when I get down here.
So we're gonna gather it. We'll bring it inside the building, and we'll reach out to you and set up an appointment time.
You dressed up for the occasion? Thought you were coming to my funeral.
I could get all of my stuff out of here in less than 24 hours on my own.
But like I said, we gotta get down right now.
They can't.
Like it's
They
a full
can't let you do that though. It's their liability.
Immediately stabbed.
We carry special insurance, liability,
I
contracts.
understand that.
So
I should have grabbed something else too then.
So I have a lot of associates that work for me that have families and kids that they're trying to take care of.
They're not gonna mess with your. They're not messing with your stuff.
Everything we work so hard for every day, you know what I mean, could be lost if we
I wonder
had
if the
something
store's
happen.
trying
If
to
you fell,
rent it out
if
now.
there was a lawsuit
That would be
situation,
funny.
I cannot, in good conscience, allow you to be
To
up
go
on our
up and
roof.
down.
I understand that. And I would just like to add that I'm one of those people where I would not make a lawsuit.
Still,
That
I'm not
doesn't
gonna
matter.
lose my
No,
job
I respect that and
by
I understand that.
allowing this
That
to
doesn't
continue.
matter if you would
So
have to.
I am going to request that you do not get up on the roof. You have been trespassed by the company. That means if you go up there again,
You'll get
we're going to
charged.
bring these guys back out here and they will arrest you at that time, I assume,
Yeah.
correct?
But she even has hamburgers in like a tote, like all padded up and separated out. You know what she does is she puts it up against the door, cooler nights, and it keeps them cool. She has it very well thought through.
And we will reach out to you so that you can come collect the rest of your stuff. Nobody's going to damage your property. There's no bad blood. Nobody.
They're being really, really nice to her. They're treating her with respect. She's being very respectful herself. I hope this is a good ending. We've got 9 minutes left of this video, so it still could turn bad, but we'll see.
Nobody's angry with you. It's just we can't let it go on. That's all this is.
Right.
This is private property. It's owned by a corporation. Spartan Nash is a corporation. We just simply cannot have you up there.
I'm definitely going to need my tent done, and I can't wait like 24 hours for that. I didn't think to grab
Too
that.
bad.
I was forgetting something.
Yeah. You said your tent?
Yeah.
Is that in a bag? Is it in some stuff?
Yeah, it's a military colored bag.
Question to ask you, or a favor. There's apparently a military style bag up there that's got a tent in it. Is there any chance that you guys could snag that from
We can
inside
get
there?
anything she wants down.
Yeah, she mentioned
Yeah,
needing
if you want any of
needing
your
that
stuff
for
down,
tonight.
we can get some of your stuff down if you want. Anything we can carry.
If they
See,
want
they're
to, that's
being super
I
helpful.
Deb had a heart attack basically.
This is
There. It scared the
awesome.
hell out
I
of me.
like
I was
this.
trying to surprise you. I just,
Do we have like
Oh,
shelter
it's just
information? we
yeah,
can
it has
provide? Is she
a hunter
homeless?
camo on it. It's just a tent bag, regular little tent bag.
is that
There
all
is
you want,
a-
or do you want anything else?
For the night, she's gonna need. She wants the rest of it, but for tonight,
No, there's
she
a
just needs
difference
that.
between trespassing,
Yeah.
criminal trespass,
Thank
one's
you.
liability,
Yeah, not
one's
a
the
problem.
execution.
Sorry
of
to have you
mischief.
lower that. And
Not a problem.
Are you familiar with the open door?
We did. We would have
Nope,
to
I
act.
can't go to this place.
Okay, all right. So that's essentially our only resource that we offer for
I
homeless.
understand.
You know what I mean?
I can't go to those places.
Okay. Some of the churches in town can, if you contact them, they'd be willing to put you up at a motel or something like that. But again, it's just kind of our limited resources. Okay.
Thank you.
What time do you work?
Usually I work from 5 to 9, but since I'm not going to be moving my stuff all night, I'm just going to go to work.
Sure.
And I'm trying to like live a normal civilian life, but it's a little difficult with
Sure.
everything else that's
I wonder
going
if
on
she's a veteran
as well.
because
So,
she's
I
speaking like
definitely
she's
would
not.
try to find
She's
something
speaking like
safer
she's
in
not
keeping with like normal
not a,
civilian life. Just it's not safe up there, honey. It's,
Oh, I know.
like the way that she's speaking. Like, I'm trying to live a normal civilian life. I need this is my safe spot. Like, since Pincalo explained the safe spot thing to me, but the way she said a normal civilian life, I wonder if she was recently discharged from the military.
Trust me, it's safer up there than on ground level right now.
You should see it up there. It is an apartment. No joke. She's got a Keurig up there. Stacks of food. Kind of curious. She won't tell me. First of all, she won't tell me how she gets up here. Secondly, I'm like, how did you find this place? And she said there's several safe spaces throughout Midland that are known places if you need to go somewhere safe. And I'm like, really? Where are them at? I'd rather not say.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I wonder if she's ex-military.
So I would be very curious. Like this.
Maybe she's suffering
is
from
pretty
post-traumatic
genius,
stress.
honestly.
I know we've seen you before, and a couple of maintenance guys have seen you in the past, but I had no idea that you were actually living up there. Like that was
I wasn't at the time.
Is it safe for the elements, safe for people? Like,
She claims it's people. It's her family everyone's trying to get her, quite honestly.
At first I was just like scouting the area, trying to get a feel for like where I can like sleep at. But only when I realized that people kept going up there, I was like, crap.
Yeah.
I can't leave my tent right here and sleep. There's like, they'll see my tent. And then I was like, oh, right, that spot. See, I just got hired at a job, and I was going to use that money to slowly, get my stuff from here over to my storage unit. And then I was only going to have like, stuff that I need on my back.
Right.
And then...
Well, I'm sorry I threw a wrench in that plan, but
that's just the way it goes.
how have you been getting up there?
This is genuinely would rather take the
Like, I feel
It's not about the fifth. You don't get to use the fifth in that situation. You haven't been formally charged with anything. The Fifth Amendment only applies to somebody that's been already criminally charged and has an attorney already appointed to them. Do you have a criminal record? You're gonna get.
Sounds like ex-military, says Fury Kitten. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if she's maybe
One if you go back up there. So don't go back up there, please. Please. We're just pleading with you, please. Okay?
If in another 20 years or so, if my mind is in one, if my memory doesn't get messed with, I'm not going to be going up there.
Shelters, nothing like that? You're not willing to go to any of those?
I can't go to those.
Why is that?
I don't want to go to those.
Just can't.
Where are you going to go? It's supposed to get cold tonight.
Right, I don't have that.
I mean, we're talking in the 20s tonight and tomorrow night.
I don't want to bother them to go grab my blanket again.
I think somebody's already still up there.
Somebody's still up there. We can grab a blanket.
I don't know, it's up to you. This is your show, but once they go get her blanket and pillow or whatever, I think we're done. Ladder's coming down.
I'm good with it.
Because she's gonna keep remembering. Oh yeah, I need that.
Yeah, she is. That's the thing. She's being polite and everything, but she is gonna keep remembering. Oh, by the way, can you get this? Oh, by the way, can you get that?
I'm telling you, like, to bring the stuff up there, one-handed.
Where is that?
You know what I mean?
She has a Keurig in there.
What's that?
She has a Keurig in there. Like, I don't know how she's carrying her stuff up.
Is she just plugging it into whatever?
Yeah, she has an extension
so
cord ran from like one of the generator things up
been
top.
stealing electricity and everything you can imagine.
She has a job, so she's probably buying some, and I guarantee that she's probably dumpster diving when they throw out their veggies and stuff. Yeah. That stuff's not always in beds.
I am fully confident that this girl is capable of taking care of herself.
Right.
Yeah. She's very resourceful. She's, like, this is probably one of the nicest Code Blue Cam videos I've watched ever.
Okay. Like, honestly, it is impressive up there.
I'm not going to worry about it then.
Nope.
I feel almost bad. I feel like I just took the event to her.
Yeah, well.
But, I got to think about my team.
Yeah, oh yeah. What are they getting for you now?
My blankets.
Okay, so let me ask you, you got like a backup spot?
Nope, I get to find that today.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the PI.
All right, just do us a favor and don't come back, all right? She's got a place to store your stuff. It's going to be more secure in her hands.
Should have just put
It's
You're
we'll
fine.
get it eventually, okay? But what time do you have to work?
5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. Do you need me to give you a ride somewhere?
Nope.
You're just walking.
Yep.
Walking everywhere you go.
Yep.
I haven't seen you anywhere this year.
Because I've been avoiding people.
If we were to play hot and cold, how to get up on this roof? Are we hot or are we hot or are we cold?
Pretty good.
Or are we warm?
Warm.
Or we're warm?
That's all I can say. I don't really
I'm just wondering how
I'm
you.
certain there's a lot of people that I already know anyway.
All of us just assumed you were going up right there on the pole to the secondary room of the air conditioner or climbing the conduits. So it's been quite the stir in the store.
I bet.
I think the roof ninja's up there. I hear running.
Did you ever almost get caught at any time? Or
Yeah.
This one?
Oh.
both?
This one.
This? Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, I need
It's
both
a weird
of those.
one. You can know if crime or infraction is being
Thank you.
committed. And
All
you
right, and then
can
we're done.
ignore it.
We're done after this. All right, I get it.
Careful.
The
Yeah, if I
moment
was
you
gonna
get
try to
involved,
get
you
up there,
have to
I'd be getting
act.
up there right
Yeah,
to here.
like the yeah.
What a mess. I'm just glad we're behind the building.
Yeah, she's super nice.
Yeah, she was very
Don't worry about
cooperative.
that. You don't. You can't. I mean, you know, like you said, this is your place. You make the rules. You know, you can't.
It's much more. I'm not going to lose my job
Yeah,
because
no.
I didn't react when
Yep.
I knew something
No.
was going on.
No. That's why let us be the bad people. You know what I mean? That's gonna be it for now. All right. These guys got things to do. We got to get on out of here. You don't want me to give you a ride anywhere?
No, because I really don't have anywhere. I gotta kind of think for a second.
Okay.
Because apparently,
Well, we appreciate you guys helping us out too.
That's a great spot, you know what I mean?
it's not easily accessible, so I don't have to worry about thieves. Plus, I don't have to worry about people alive in the middle of the night.
Nobody's gonna break in. Nobody's gonna take your stuff. She's being super.
This is, like I said, this is like the most cooperative Code Blue Cam video I've ever watched.
Cool. She's actually sad that she has to do this. They're gonna take care of it. Wait for her phone call. Then you can come back and pick it up, whatever you gotta do, alright? But just don't come back and get it on your own. Like I said, I can give you a ride somewhere.
Yeah, she's already known.
You don't know where you're heading to?
Honestly, I just gotta get walking. Perfect.
Okay. You're good to go. Stay dry.
More like stay alive.
Yeah. Alright.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Take care.
That's kind of a sad one. She's probably a homeless veteran and just trying to, do the right thing and stay out of trouble, and that's kind of sad. I'm gonna say that it's kind of sad that happened, that she has to go through that. Whew. Alright guys, it's gonna be a shorter stream today. I say shorter, we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes, but we're gonna end the stream now, and I'm going to go have lunch, and I will be back tonight for the Combat Hour, and we'll be doing some more Combat League with Tanya, and we'll be just hanging out and having fun, so come by around 9 p.m., and we will catch up and play some Mortal Kombat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you guys tonight. Bye!